Welcome back to Ringer Tailgate, the Wednesday edition of the show. I'm your host, Tate Frazier, and it is officially college football season. It is August. It is preview season. We're fired up. First and foremost, let's say what's up to our guys. Van Lathan. What up, Van?
Raise that roof, guys. I got a couple things to say real quick.
Yeah.
Raise that roof. Guys.
Yeah.
Raise it the way that we raise it, not the
That's
way
what I'm
that it
saying.
was being raised. Not that way. That's
That
not.
hate.
We don't do that.
That's hate.
No,
That was hate.
That was hate. That was hate.
That was hate.
So
yeah.
I would say that raise the roof for the fact that I started preparing for the Ringer Field Day, Ringer Tailgate Field Day. And it's actually I'm losing weight, bro. I'm doing my thing. All of it is good. I know that the field day is not happening like Joel suspected, but it still worked out. It was like the .com bubble. A lot of those websites went under, but it was a lot of ideas that we got that we could implement later.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it got us in a good spot. Let's say what's up in the USC shirt. Joel Anderson. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up,
Crazy
man? Good
work.
to see you. Crazy.
It's crazy.
What's crazy about that?
Cause man, I feel like the Ringer has kind of picked a side, bro. A little bit.
I'm not with that. I'm Switzerland, man. I'm not a UCLA partisan. And I
think Switzerland would be like if you just had like an LA shirt on. You've obviously picked a side.
Well, yeah, I'm going on both sides. I have real connections.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you caught yourself there, buddy. Because what you were going to say there is I'm going both ways. I'm glad you caught yourself there, buddy. Let's get this show off to a wholesome start, okay?
Yeah, look, I mean, that's I don't know why your mind went there, but you know what I'm saying? I my mind did not go there. Actually, I just caught myself. That was well. But no, I have real connections to USC. My dog, my mentor, Mark Schutz, who officiated my wedding in 2017, he's a visiting professor there. I had a Hearst Fellowship at USC back in 2022, where I basically got to teach for a week. They even gave me office. They gave me an office. I had office hours. It was dope. So, did
you have a nameplate? Did it say like Professor Joel Anderson?
I didn't get a nameplate. I did not get a nameplate. But they gave me my whole tough. I had a whole office, man. People, I mean, real students came and talked to me, dog. I had a whole. I had to give a talk. Dean Willow Bay was in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it was I got some UCLA. Huh?
That's awesome. So what do you have to do to get, because we always want the best for Joel. Sometimes Joel, I think the thing that really kind of gets me and Tate is sometimes it feels like you settle for less. And we don't want that for you. We don't, nigga. Sometimes it feels like you settle for less. Now, being a professor and having office hours, that's dope. Actually, the possibilities are endless, really. I don't want to go any further than that. but for you, I want the next time that happens to you for you to get a little placard that says, "This is Joel Anderson's, Professor Anderson's parking spot. You don't park in my parking spot." That's dope. And I want you to know that can be a reality for you. I want you to believe that you deserve that.
I do believe, but they took good care of me, man. Like, look, I don't want to, make them think I was ungrateful. They got me a room at the USC hotel right across the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They paid for the parking and everything, and I would just walk. I'd get up in the morning, walk on the campus, get a little something in one of the little, concession areas. It was lovely, man. I had a lot of fun at USC, man. So, if you
what era was this? What era was this?
This is 2022. So this was
not long ago.
Oh, not long ago.
This is when Dez was like a few months old, and I mean, I just flew down from Palo Alto. It was lovely, man. I had a great time.
Okay. That's dope.
Yeah, love to hear that. I also love Van getting the Ringer Tailgate logo set up up in the background. It feels like we're close to Saturday nights. We're moving in that direction. Yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you guys. This motherfucker here is a dub. I'm not going through it again. Okay. I know everybody used to watch and make fun of me because the Ringer Tailgate logo, you can't even really see it over the hat anyway. Joel is doing it the right way. I feel like I need to put the Ringer Tailgate sign, which I don't even think I have that fucking sign anymore. I might have tossed that bitch. I need to put it on the door right here. And then that way it can continue to be there. Because for some reason, as much as I tried to do to make this shot work, it never really got to the point. Can you guys even see all of the stuff that I have here?
No.
I see the LSU helmet.
Yes, I just did a helmet back there. They got the helmet. I got the movie. Oh, y'all want to see something real quick?
Where's the Rose Bowl helmet?
Yeah.
Where's the Rose Bowl? Oh, it's right here.
Okay.
Rose Bowl helmet.
Nice.
Mine right here.
Mine's
Got mine
over
right
here
here.
on my other account on my other shelf.
We can't even see the LSU. You know what? I gotta move the LSU stuff over here so you can see it. But I want to show y'all one thing though that I got that I'm gonna add to the tape. This is being unveiled on Ringer Tailgate. One thing. Check me out. See if I want to know if Tate knows who this is. Joel, I know you know.
Okay.
I want to see if Tate knows who this is. Hold on real quick.
Be better to see if Billy knows. I bet Tate knows.
Oh, see if Billy knows.
Yeah.
Bring Billy on.
Bring Billy, come on in here, man.
All right, Billy, let's get our minds together.
Yeah, raise the roof for Billy.
That's right. Good stuff.
Hold on, I can't see it all the way.
Oh yeah.
Do y'all know who this is?
This is from Comic-Con.
Listen, guys, y'all telling me right now.
You muted yourself.
You're telling me right now you don't know who this is.
Is it? Can I say? Oh, well, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, say it.
Is it Battle Cat?
It's Battle Cat, dog. This is Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Billy, you didn't know that this was Battle Cat?
I was waiting for Tate. I knew that was Battle Cat.
That would have been better if it was like Thundercat. I couldn't have done Battle Cat,
bro. This is He-Man's boy. He-Man. This is the saddle right here that He-Man Get your ass out of my face, Battle Cat. This is a saddle right here that He-Man rides on when he goes.
I saw He-Man is back in the ether, so that's good.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah. This is fucking Battle Cat. I can't believe. I'm surprised at you, Billy. Because Billy, actually, I forget that Billy is actually like 8 years younger than me. Billy, you're not even 40 yet, right?
No.
See what I'm saying? Billy wouldn't even know Battle Cat, man. I thought your guys were gonna like this more. This whole thing didn't work.
You were more of a
Battle Cat. Don't feel bad.
Now I know about Battle Cat.
Billy, you like it.
Billy,
don't
you
feel bad, Battle
Cat.
Cat.
Like that, right? Were you that age?
What'd you say?
Yeah, Barney. Like you were that age.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, that's something I didn't get to see. You know what I'm
you
saying?
can
like,
watch it still. It's out there.
But I was too old. Did you ever watch some Captain Kangaroo reruns?
No.
Yeah.
I feel like Joel was watching Barney saying, I love you, I love me. And he was like, he doesn't love me.
Stop it. Tate, I was gonna, it's interesting that you're okay, you fucking with me. Because I was just gonna say, I was just listening to the 5-Star Pod. I just started. It turned up in I was like, man, Tate did some good work. You know what I'm saying? But Tate would never. Man, whatever. Fuck that.
What?
Oh, that was very nice.
Wow.
Oh, and we got the WWE belt. Oh man.
Man, that's right. Man, how was Well, you talked about it on Higher Learning. You ain't got to get into it here.
Yeah, we'll have to get into Comic-Con. You guys disrespected the fuck out of Battle Cat. He's up there right now. He thought that battle. Yeah, Joe held it down. He thought. You know what's interesting is that y'all made Battle Cat about race. Because the reality is that Joe knew who Battle Cat was and he respected Battle Cat. And it looked like to me that the two brothers on the podcast respect Battle Cat, respect Eternia, respect Adam, respect He-Man, and the two white boys think they above the program. So I'm just letting y'all know.
See, that's right.
Whose nameplate do you have on that belt, man?
It says #1 voice Van, because I'm the #1 voice in pro wrestling.
Wow.
Still, to this day.
Congrats.
Shout out to everyone that shout out.
Is Mean Gene Okerlund still alive? Or is he dead now?
I think he passed away, bro.
Put those hands down, Billy. Okay, that's right. Let me see. Mean Gene Okerlund. Hold on.
I think Mean Gene passed away. Yeah. He held on for a long time because he was younger than we thought he was.
He should be alive today.
What?
He should be. He only died at 76.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So see, when Mean Gene was doing all of that stuff in the 80s, you would have thought that Mean Gene was like 87 years old with the way that he looked, or like he was at least in his 60s. But it turned out Mean Gene was probably like maybe in his 30s or 40s when that was all going on. You know what I mean? He just balded a little early and he had a gentlemanly era about him.
Bro, when did people start deciding to stop doing the cul-de-sac for real? Because I feel like that was the thing people did in the 80s and right around the 90s, early 2000s, people were like, hey man, cut that shit off, man.
Michael Jordan.
Was he the one?
He didn't want the cul-de-sac.
That's actually a good pull because Michael Jordan, because Clyde Drexler did the cul-de-sac for a second, and then Clyde let it go. But it was weird to see Clyde with the cul-de-sac because Clyde had the cul-de-sac dunking on niggas.
Yeah, man. He was athletic. He looked like he was 37 years old, but actually was.
But he was like
athletic as shit.
28.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the Jordan thing is, bro, Billy, that might be. I think the Billy fucking raise the roof.
No, put that shit down. Put that shit down.
I think
actually, you might be fucking wrong because I don't know if y'all know this.
I'm sure I am, Joel.
Onyx, no, that dude from Onyx claims that he did it first. Was it Fred Rostar? And he said, "Do the knowledge. Do the knowledge."
Okay,
nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said it.
Now, Joel,
What?
you're bringing up Fredro's name, and
Yeah.
it seems like you're bringing up his name so you can clown Fredro.
I
I'm
said,
letting you know right now. I know
first of all,
Fredro.
stop trying to put people in line to beat my ass. I don't
like I
understand what
know
that's about.
Fredro.
I
And
think that's the first diss of the show. From
if
Bill.
you, it's
Oh,
the
I
first
forgot we
diss.
keep track of those.
First diss. If you
Oh,
call
no,
yourself
Fredro.
playing with Fredro,
Oh,
he
man.
not gonna laugh it off. Bro.
Me and
He
my
gonna take
friend
it from
Nicole Richie.
I think the second because UCLA got a diss on the t-shirt. Your boy Ian, who was it was gonna come beat my ass? I don't understand why you keep trying to line people up to fight me, dog. What's going on?
Nah, it's not true. But I will say that, like, I think that your question has an answer. I think the answer is after Michael Jordan saw his shit cul-de-sacking and just went no and went with the baldy that ended it. Because a lot of guys, bro, it was completely, bro. Sean Connery had the cul-de-sac.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Connery had it.
George Costanza.
Yeah, a bunch of people.
Sherman Hemsley.
I think
Sherman.
after Jordan did the whole thing, he saw it going, the cul-de-sac was out of here. It was done.
I think he had a shampoo company that was a sponsor that his hair fell out from.
Who are some cul-de-sac haircut? Like, y'all remember World Be Free?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that
World Be
true?
Free?
Jordan lost his hair because he used the wrong shampoo? Are you making that up?
Is that
No,
real?
it was like he was like a spokesperson for like some company, and I think that was like part of the reason why his hair was falling out. I can't remember all the details, but I remember someone bringing that up.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You
tough,
would know
but he
that.
got paid. You know, and bald. I mean, look, think about how many legends are bald in our life. So, I mean, Larry David has the cul-de-sac still.
Yeah. Still works. It can work for guys like that.
That's true. Sorry.
But like it, you couldn't have been taken seriously now, like in the way that you used to be. The cul-de-sac used to be a much more of a part of Americana type shit than it is now. It's different.
Man.
Yeah, we'll bring it
Jordan.
back. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back,
Sure,
we're
I
gonna
can
do a
bring it
new
back.
segment, Instigators. The tailgaters out there are trying to instigate, and then we'll start with our previews because we got a lot to get to. We'll be right back after the break. This is Ringer Tailgate presented by FanDuel. College football is back, and with more games than ever, there are more ways to play than ever. From conference champions and national title futures to team props, FanDuel has everything you need to stay in the action all season long. Head to FanDuel.com/tailgate to get started today. Must be 21 or older in select states, 18 and older in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, call 1-888-789-7777, or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. All right, we're back. Ringer Tailgate. It's officially preview season. Before we get into the previewing and a fun new segment, Billy, we got some housekeeping that you wanna clear out for the people, for the Gators out there.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, this show was challenged to the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and Tate very much came out against supporting ALS research and awareness, and somehow we have still not done the challenge and slipped through the cracks.
That's embarrassing.
We need to remedy this situation because we're coming off very pro ALS here, it seems.
I sent my challenge to y'all. I did it. I sat down. I sent y'all the video. I thought y'all were going to stitch it together, but y'all didn't even respond to it. Did y'all even watch it? That's
I did watch it.
Yeah, I
did watch it.
I thought you did a good job, Joel.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great. So look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I have no problem doing the video, and I will do my video very soon. Right? I'll do it today or tomorrow. I will say that, in my opinion, Tate took the air out of the sails.
Yeah.
No, it's not my
ALS
fault.
Tate, I'm not even bull. You think I'm lying? Bro.
It don't
You think
even
I'm
seem
doing the bit.
sincere from you, dog.
Tate, you didn't want to do it, dog.
Fall back.
You didn't want to do it, bro. And I still have no idea why to this day, to why you didn't want to do it. But the fact that you didn't want to do it really kind of took the wind out of the sails for it a little bit, bro.
No, Van. No, you know why he did it. He thinks it's performative to promote research for ALS. He thinks it's performative to talk about that, support it, and spread that information around. So because I think you gave
I'm gonna do it today.
You gave $100 in 2014. Yeah. Is that right?
that
was it.
Hey, it was $100, Joel.
Yeah, that was a lot more money in 2014.
What have you donated other than your time to make a video?
Oh, I've done a lot, man. A lot.
Tate goes. The funny thing is, if people go back and watch that, I almost wish Frias would put it in right now. Pause. But if people, but if people go back and watch, that, you're gonna see. The funny thing to me is, you're gonna see legitimate, not as a bit for the show, legitimate hesitation for Tate to make a video for charity. Like legitimately, Tate doesn't. It's just so funny to me.
Oh man,
Tate
it was crazy.
Doesn't want to do it, bro.
It was crazy.
I'm gonna do it. I'm excited. Billy's gonna do it. Van's gonna do it. Joel already sent his in. We're gonna stitch it together. It's gonna be posted on the Instagram.
Joel's, I think yours had like an audio thing that it didn't work out. Like is why we didn't put it out. So you might have to reshoot it.
Oh, you gotta do it again.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Are you serious?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
maybe you do a voiceover.
Right.
And we stitch.
I've heard it. I've heard it. I've heard the audio, so I don't know what the problem is. But all right, I'll be the judge of if the audio is a problem or not.
We have to do it, guys. The fantasy football guys called us out. We have to do it. They did it. And by the way, it's catching fire once again, and it's for a phenomenal cause.
Yeah.
And in the name of an athlete that gave us a lot of excitement, gave us, a guy from the Carolinas, right?
CJ2K.
I'm doing it for Chris Johnson. Yeah.
But not ALS research, huh?
Not ALS research. You're out on that.
Man, he was like, man, when Lou Gehrig went down, he was like, hell yeah.
I'm doing it for CJ2K. We're gonna knock it out. It's no concern. I'm gonna do it today. I gotta go find a bucket and ice, and I think my ice maker's broken. So
gotta go find a bucket and ice. Get out of here.
I gotta go get it together. We got a fun new. So the tailgaters, we have a lot of gators out there. We appreciate.
Chris Johnson's from Orlando. He just went to ECU.
He went to ECU. He counts.
Okay,
no, he counts for us. We're taking him in. But we have some tailgaters that have reached out. So Joel, if you follow Joel by Joel Anderson on Instagram, he put on his story over the weekend. Of course, he put, of course, at Van Lathan wasn't capable of delivering the meat. All good. We got our own meat. Jordan, who is a Gator, tweeted at us, crazy wording. Please ask Joel on this Wednesday's pod about this story that he put out there. Joel also sent his meat to us in a group text, which was wild.
Also, y'all didn't respond. I mean, it's really funny.
It's like it's odd, dog. Like
I'll be sending y'all stuff, and y'all never respond. This is crazy.
How was the meat, Joel?
Delicious.
I bet it was. Like, listen, like here's the deal. It's just a weird thing. Of course, I couldn't deliver the meat. So what you're saying is you wanted the meat.
No, I mean you said you could deliver it. And I
were disappointed.
I doubted that you could. I was never in any danger of getting any meat because I knew you could never deliver it. So
let me tell you something right now. When I was talking about delivering the meat to your dad, right?
Yeah,
you were telling me that he didn't need it. He didn't need it.
You said you wanted it on your birthday when you guys were all together. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what you said.
No.
Look,
when he was here last week, I wanted it here because I was like, oh, we could all just be here together and the whole family could have a beef rib or whatever else. But
how was the beef rib?
Delicious. Tender. 3 days later. Shout out 250 Barbecue in Riverdale Park, man. Good. Just great food. They have like a pineapple rib too thing that they do.
I thought it was a brisket that you sent us.
No, it was a beef rib.
That was a beef rib. That was a beef rib.
Sometimes a beef rib looks like a brisket, though. I'm not gonna lie, because they rub it the same way, but it's not the same top part of the cow. It's different.
There's only one place in the world that had a beef rib that I knew of, and I was the only person I think in the world that was going there until the end. In Orlando, as a matter of fact, Tony Roma's. Tony Roma's had a beef rib, and because y'all don't eat pork, I was always. If I could see, y'all never heard of Tony Roma's, man?
I have, but like
Tony Roma's is a chain. Like you're making it seem like it's
like
spot.
Wait a minute,
are y'all acting like Billy's right on top of it right there? Pause.
Yeah, but it's like going to Carrabba's.
Yeah, like you telling me right now, it's like, man, there was this place that I got this amazing hamburger. It's the only place I can get a hamburger like that. You guys ever heard of the Shake Shack?
Okay,
I mean, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
Tony
okay, well, hold
Roma's
on. How many
is
Tony
a
Romas are there?
Now,
nigga, they
probably
got
not
them
many.
bitches. The name of Tony Roma's, Joel, it's called The Place for Ribs. Like they got it. They had one over there on fucking Wilshire. It's like Tony Roma's. Yeah, they got it around, bro.
Okay, my bad. They got one in Dubuque, Iowa, Great Falls, Montana, Kimball, Tennessee, Durham, North Carolina,
Shout out.
Anaheim and Carson, Perth, Australia, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
They've got as many Tony Romas in Canada as they got in the United States. They got one in Santiago, Chile, Curacao, Dominican Republic got one too. God damn, they're international. But if you live local, I mean, how many people really Gators right in? Not many. How many people do you actually think have eaten at fucking Tony Roma's, man? Not very many, right?
Well, I mean, it sounds like it's international, so probably a lot of people have eaten there, right?
Been around since 1972.
Japan got 6. Malaysia got 8.
You're making our point. Okay. It's an American casual dining chain restaurant.
I hope our Malaysian audience writes in.
And
Like, yeah, a lot of Tony Romas.
ribs. Now,
Panama, they had to do that for retirees.
Oh, bro, check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Clint Murchison Jr., to bring it back to football,
Oh,
who owns the Dallas Cowboys. You know who that
Cowboys.
is? Clint Murchison Jr.?
Yeah, of course.
He was in Miami for the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
And then he purchased a majority stake in Tony Roma's, going on to become the driving force behind the international expansion of Tony Roma's.
Wow.
He is Spanish. He established the Roma Corporation, a jointly owned company that oversaw restaurant and soul franchises.
All over the world.
All over the world.
Malaysia, Canada.
Man, I need to get to one of those, man. I actually like Tony Roma's. They had the little onion loaf too. That shit was kind of hot, Doug. Appreciated that.
All right. Well, shout out to the instigator. I just think that's a good segment. You know what I mean? Because the Gators are always trying to instigate.
Yeah,
so,
well, don't encourage them. Don't encourage them. Tate.
No, we're gonna bring them into the mix.
No, we need
new
to...
segment, instigators.
Oh, okay. All right. Obviously, I have no say in this shit. I know.
No, you do have a say.
Y'all don't even respond to my text, so that's fine. Let's keep it moving.
Well, we're gonna get the ice bucket challenge done. We're also gonna reach out to our Gators with more instigating. But let's get to it. One big reaction: coaches preseason poll is officially out, and we have a top 5. I'll read it out to you. Van, you get your reaction first here of the top 5. Does anything stand out? Ohio State number 1, Oregon number 2, Georgia number 3, Texas number 4, Notre Dame number 5. Is there anyone in that top 5 that you feel is missing?
Nope. Those are the standard bearers in college football right now. I mean, normally you see a defending champion get a little bit more love than what Indiana is getting right now. Indiana's right there at number 6. Obviously, Indiana, big change at quarterback, but I think people are still going to make Indiana prove it for at least another season that they can recreate some of the success that they had last year. But no, these teams right here that are in this top 5, those to me are your college football blue bloods as it stands today.
Okay, the blue bloods. Joel, you agree with that?
No. Well, I mean, I don't agree with the top 5, not because those teams aren't great and they have the potential to win a national championship. I just kind of expected Notre Dame and Miami to be 2 and 3 because, and I guess it kind of depends on which you think a preseason poll is. Is it a measure of the best team, or is it what you think the rankings are going to look like at the end of the year? Because if you do it that way, I mean, Miami has a 1-game season. Their toughest game is at Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a 2.5-game season at BYU, that Miami game, and then their home versus SMU. So they're gonna win a lot of games, and they're gonna look good doing it. And it's gonna be hard to keep them out of the top 5. Where some of these other teams, I mean, Texas, they're a very good team. They have the talent of a number 4 team, but they could also lose 4 games with the schedule they've got. So that's why I kind of expected Notre Dame and Miami to be a little bit higher.
But yeah, do you have personnel questions for both of those teams? For Miami, for what they lost, what's coming back, what they have to integrate, like these teams, you'd have to say right now, even though the way it played out on the field last year, you couldn't have fucking told me Miami at points in the playoffs looks like the most physically dominant best team in the playoff, right? But they have some questions to answer that some of these other teams don't have to answer. You think that's true or no?
I mean, I could see that because Miami has a lot to replace on the offensive line, for instance. But like that's one of the things where Mario Cristobal is a guy that can put a great line together no matter what. And so when you look past that, then it's like, oh, Miami might have the best group of starting wide receivers. Malachi Tony, Cooper Barkate, who was all ACC at Duke. They got Darian Mensah. I mean, like the running back, Mark Fletcher, and they have the defense, the rest of it, the back seven is really good and has a lot of returning starters. So I don't understand how you overlook Miami, especially given that they got that quarterback. And Notre Dame, bro, so I was looking because we had to do this show and, go through the preseason stuff. Let me tell you what the rank of Notre Dame's defensive units are according to Athlons. They've got the second best defensive line in the country, the second best group of linebackers, and the best secondary in the country according to Athlons. They've got a quarterback that Todd McShay is drooling over now, and everybody thinks, everybody, yeah. And they got a bunch of good receivers. They're going to have a great offense. I'm just surprised that, again, but I guess it just depends on what you think a top 25 preseason poll is supposed to be. Because I'm trying to figure out what it's going to look like the day after the national championship game.
I think a top 25 preseason poll, real quick, my bad, Tate. No, I think a top 25 preseason poll is about what they think they know.
Mm-hmm.
So what they look for is the most known quantity that a team has. Like, are you set at QB? Do you have somebody who can recreate the production that they had last year? Like, the more amount of questions you have, doesn't matter what the schedule is or whatever, the further you tend to drop down in those types of deals, right? So they are really measuring what they think the consistency from the year before to this current year is. And then in that case, even with Miami, you say that Miami lost a lot on the offensive line. Well, that's one of the strengths of their team, maybe the strength of their team. So they might get dinged a little bit more from people that believe in Cristobal and his ability to coach the offensive line, but still go, is it going to take them 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month, to kind of recreate some of the chemistry that the offensive line of last year had?
Yeah, and if you look at the top 10, I mean, talking about guys that we believe in, I mean, every single one of those teams in the top 10 has a quarterback that you have a reason to believe in, right? I mean, from Julian Sayin at 1 to Trinidad Chambliss at 10, every single one of those teams. I mean, Hoover with Indiana and Mensah with Miami, I guess, would be the question marks. But, I mean, maybe Mateer's injury history. But other than that, all 10 of those teams have a quarterback that we all can buy into and believe in.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point, Tate, because the worst quarterback of the bunch is Gunnar Stockton, and he's a 2-year starter. He's been pretty good, pretty solid. And like, if that's the worst quarterback in the top 10, that says something about like who's, engineering these teams. Mateer might be like 8. I think Marcel Reed is probably 9. But anyway, we don't have to get into all that. But it does bring me to something else. People don't know what to do with the SEC. They just be ranking teams, dog. They're just like, they get out of the first few teams, and then they're like, well, shit, man. Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Ole Miss. They just start ranking motherfuckers because they don't know what else to do. And I mean, like, A&M has a lot to replace, dog. Since when did we just assume that A&M is a top 10 mainstay? Oklahoma did not look good to me, bro, like last year. They got a lot to prove to me. Ole Miss lost their whole brain trust, And I mean, again, they've got
putting a lot of expectations on, Lacey and Chambliss to be incredible.
The last time we saw Alabama, they looked terrible. Like the last 2 times we saw them, and I guess there's not that many people that they feel like they can rank. But I would offer Texas Tech will probably be ranked higher than most of those teams. Penn State has a real chance at that if you look at their schedule. So I don't know. I know that those teams are really good and somebody's going to separate themselves, but it's just funny to me that for 4 straight teams, it's A&M, Oklahoma, Ole Miss. LSU's not even in that bunch. And LSU could be better than any of those teams that I named in that cluster.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about, Van. I mean, 13 for LSU. Do you feel like that's a good spot for them? They're kind of a little bit under the radar based on what the coaches think.
It's a perfect spot for me for them because these preseason rankings, you guys know, I hate them.
Last year, they got absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, all they do is like raise expectations for people based upon nothing that's happened on the field yet. They're saying Levitt, his health to consider. Around LSU, there are questions about the team that the personnel should answer, but they still have to answer them. So we're going to know from a lot of the intel that we get coming out of summer camp, but also, after the ball gets kicked off, just how many points it seems can score and how the defense looks. I think the LSU defense, from a lot of the things that I'm hearing right now, it's going to be something that really surprises people with the way that the defense responds to a lot of the criticism and poor play that we saw on the field at times last year. Now, most of the time, the defense was pretty solid last year, but I think that there has been a direct effort in Baton Rouge to get these teams back to some of the swarming defenses that we saw before. To answer Joel's question, though, it's what we talked about just before this. A lot of that stuff is overreacting to me to consistency at the quarterback position, which I think some of this other stuff, some of these other teams that don't have that are getting dinged for.
Right.
Like Alabama is not up in there. They're replacing the quarterback. LSU is they're replacing the quarterback. I think a lot of these teams, they're replacing the quarterback. I think a lot of these teams are getting dinged for not having consistency at quarterback and having to break in a new guy, which college football experts they hate that now. They hate like going over the top on a new dude unless his last name is Manning.
Yeah, they love the Arch Manning hype, but it is a little bit, under the radar. I feel like we're talking more about Texas as a team and Sark and kind of the program as opposed to Arch Manning, which is probably good news for Texas. Brian Kelly was really bullish on Texas. He said he thought that they would win the SEC, which I'm sure Van enjoys hearing Brian Kelly give his thoughts on that. He's obviously going to be a commentator this year.
He must hate Steve Sarkisian. He must hate Steve Sarkisian. That's what that is.
He tried to set him up. Let's look at the back end of the top 25 because there's some fascinating teams that are here. I mean, Tennessee at 18, they still don't have a quarterback decision that has been made there. Utah sitting at 21. That'll be an interesting team, kind of in a new era without Whittingham, obviously. Clemson at 23, that kind of feels like throw them in there because we know they do have talent, but who knows what that team looks like. Houston at 24 as well, Joel, your team.
Yeah, that's right. The Cougs, man. Go Cougs, man. Yeah, Willie Fritz, one of the best coaches in the country, man. I thought if LSU probably they would never hire Willie Fritz. He was older and it was, he'd only been at U of H for 2 years or whatever, but I felt like Willie Fritz would have been a great hire at LSU. I would be scared to play against a Willie Fritz program with all the resources of everybody else. But thank God U of H has them for now. My thing about Clemson too, Utah lost everything. Like they lost their coach, they lost a lot of their best players. I think they still got Devon Dampier, but like there's a lot of faith in Utah that I don't understand. And Clemson, just so the proposition here, because I think Clemson had 8 or 9 players drafted last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was 7 and 6. So imagine Dabo Swinney with no talent. Okay, with a lot less talent. And Cade Klubnik was supposed to have been the dude. They don't even have a guy that because I thought Cade Klubnik was, whatever. But this guy is set behind Cade Klubnik, and that's who they're going with. Like Dabo didn't go in the portal and try to get another quarterback. So I'm just like, what do y'all see that makes you think that they'll be better than 7 and 6 this year, other than their name being Clemson, which is to your point, Van?
Okay. Well, I guess my question is to everyone: what teams not ranked in the top 25 on this list do we think should have snuck in there?
Ooh.
Do you have anybody?
I would throw Louisville.
Yeah,
I think Louisville's going to be really good.
Okay. So Louisville.
Like I would put Louisville over Iowa. Like Iowa has 6 starters returning and have to get a new quarterback. I know Ferentz is a really good coach, but at 22 and even Utah at 21, I feel like there's room for, I would almost put Louisville where Clemson is, to be honest.
I would be more likely to put, and this sounds crazy, South Carolina over Clemson.
Interesting.
South Carolina has an NFL caliber quarterback. They have one of the best defensive players in the league. Shane Beamer, man. And the thing about South Carolina is just weird, man. We don't expect shit out of them. They do stuff, and when you do expect them to do well, they fall apart. This is one of those years that people are like, I don't know, man. They got it. This is a show and prove year for Shane Beamer. I really think that South Carolina will probably be better than Clemson by the end of the year.
Okay. I mean, they're a team that had a lot of the same. I mean, they didn't have some of the attrition in the offseason. They lost some guys, but like not as many. They're a team that had a lot of the same questions as Clemson last year. And you have to think, in order to be high on South Carolina this year, you have to convince yourself as to a reason why everything clicked where it fell so totally apart last year. And I guess the question would be, what would that be? But yeah, look, I think after you get out of really the top 10 here, I agree with you guys about Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech could be higher on the list. But after you get out of the top 10 here, so many of these teams have enormous question marks.
Yeah.
That it's you kind of in a jumble. And I think a lot of these people are probably judging this stuff off blue chip ratios and what they feel like the star ratings and all of that stuff, and just the accumulation of players, and not necessarily, a reaction to schematic success on the field. If you look at it here, a lot of these teams almost seem like, look, what is SMU going to be next year? Like they
It's good
look
that they
like,
have Jennings back.
they have Jennings back, of course, but they
Rip.
look like they're probably pretty well placed on this list. But I don't see a big difference between them or Utah or Washington or really Tennessee.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, any of those, like, once you get past like the top 7 or 8, all those teams can beat each other on any given day. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's not that much separation, but it's like the 7 to 8 teams that pretty much will separate themselves. So I understand you just kind of throwing teams out there, and it's like, hey, Kirk Ferentz usually wins 9 games a year. Might as well put him in there. Missouri, though, always gets the, man, what's another SEC team vote? There, you people are doing their top 24, and they're like, man, shit. Okay, well, who's next in the SEC? Oh, Mizzou, and then Mizzou gets ranked that way. I feel like that happens to them all the time. All right, they go and they'll beat Eastern Kentucky, and they'll win against Missouri State, and maybe they'll beat the South Carolina and go 5-0. People will rank Mizzou in the top 15, and then they'll lose all the games that they play against, like, conference competition.
Jesus Christ, Missouri might be the good loss capital of the world. They lose those games, but man, they be in them games to a point to where very rarely, particularly in this recent Missouri phenomenon, do they just not look like they belong on the field with a team, which just keeps making people go almost like kind of like Iowa too.
Yeah.
Where people go, you know what? One day they're gonna figure out the art of winning the 3-point game, the 2-point game, the 5-point game, and you're gonna see a 10-2 season from Missouri.
Yeah.
And so that carries on to the next year every single year, it seems like. Obviously Iowa's consistency on defense is kind of one of the reasons why they can do that. But.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, nobody ever hears anything about Kirk Ferentz's transfers or recruiting classes. Like, it's very rare. It's been a long time since they've had like a Robert Gallery or Brad. You remember Brad Banks?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, whatever. So Tavian Banks? Tavian Banks did go to Iowa too, right? Is that right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, fuck, I lost my train of thought, man. Whatever.
You're right, though. I mean, Mizzou there at 25 is kind of just like, I mean, it always is with the 25th team. You kind of throw a team in there. The team that I thought would be fascinating just to put in there for the intrigue, or 2 teams. One is Boise State. Maybe slotting Boise State in the new Pac-12 just for, give a little love to the new Pac-12. And then the other team is Florida. Like, I do think that Florida is sitting right there, and a lot of times you get Summerall, new head coach. They got some talent down there. It's got the brand power. Maybe they get slotted in there, the top 25, just for coaches to be like, hey, I like Summerall. I like what he runs down there. So that would be another team that I could throw into the mix. But Virginia Tech maybe as well. Yeah. I just think that's a little bit ridiculous with James. I mean, there's a lot of talk about them being a dark horse to win the ACC. I'm not sure they're going to do that in year 1 with James Franklin, but I do think it's trending in the right direction. So again, we're just throwing names out and teams out at this point. But it is fascinating to kind of see where the coaches value these teams. And again, it is an aggregation with rankings. They're never 1-to-1, but yeah, I mean, I think of the teams that are not in the top 10, the 2 that I could see in the top 10, LSU and USC. I think those would be the 2.
I definitely think USC could be in there if things go right for them. I mean, man, again, is Lincoln Riley a really experienced and productive quarterback? Like, usually people have a lot more faith in that connection, and right now is it number 14? Is that right? So yeah, man, I do think USC has a chance to be up there. But yeah, I mean, the thing is like, I mean, they got to turn something in. Although I still think we really don't need preseason polls. We really don't need to rank until like after the first month of the season, to be honest, because it just fixes in people's, like, all of a sudden you're a disappointment based on nothing, like guesses at the beginning of the year, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But that's
so SC. We're gonna, SC. Their season doesn't really get started until the 26th of September, where they're home against Oregon. But then after that, we've already discussed it. We're gonna know pretty quick, man. Because you got Washington, Penn State, Ohio State, and then Indiana. We're gonna know pretty quick. SC, we've talked about
a great schedule for them too.
It's a great schedule for them. I think it's a great schedule
to get those games at home.
Yeah,
man,
to build into that and to play these guys at home. Indiana is on the road, but a lot of these games are at home. This is the year for them to take advantage of the way things have shaken out from the schedule situation and from their personnel to really make a move, bro. If it doesn't happen this year, I wonder if it will ever happen for Lincoln Riley at South Carolina, at Southern California, bro.
I mean, my concern is that, I think we all know that they're not better than Ohio State and Oregon, right now. Then if USC wins, it would feel like an upset. We haven't seen these teams play. And so that's right there. That's 10-2. If he loses another game, is that a disappointment? That's what I wonder.
Yeah. 10 wins, I feel like, is the mile marker.
Oh, yeah. If he gets to 10 wins, I think things are fine for him. 10 wins will probably give him the playoff. And like, if he gets to 10 wins, I think things are fine for him.
That means you got to go 2-2 against Oregon, Ohio State, at Penn State, and what was that?
Indiana.
And Indiana, at Indiana. I mean, they got to go 2-2. That's a tall. They'll only be favored in one of those games.
Right. I think the scheduled losses here are likely Ohio State and Oregon. Those are the scheduled losses. Like, I don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
But even Indiana, you would think there's no reason for me to really say this because Indiana played so well last year.
Yeah.
And you just, at some point, we're going to have to believe in the consistency of their program. But this is not that year to me, not quite yet. Mm-hmm. But there are only 2 scheduled losses to me for SC. These other games should be games that they have opportunities to win. Mm-hmm. They're better than Penn State. They're better than Washington. Those are going to be tough games, but they should win them. The Indiana game might be the game of the season for them, and then do not sleep on UCLA this year.
Yeah, UCLA.
Where they are by the time it is time for that game, bro. Don't sleep.
Yeah, man.
Don't sleep,
man. That's right. Don't sleep.
Well, that leads us to one big question here, which is a fascinating one. Which new head coach will make the biggest splash this season? I'll list some coaches that are out there. These are the big 4 coaches that are going to be in new spots this year. California, Tosh Lapoy coming over, obviously from Oregon. We got Pritchard at Stanford, James Franklin at Virginia Tech. I mentioned him before. Kyle Whittingham at Michigan, Pat Fitzgerald at Michigan State, Matt Campbell.
What the fuck y'all doing, bro?
At Penn State, UCLA, Bob Chesney, Iowa State, Jimmy Rogers from Wazoo. Kansas State, Colin Klein. I remember Colin Klein playing quarterback for Kansas State. Now he's the head coach. Oklahoma State, Eric Morris. Utah, Morgan Scalley. And then we get to the SEC. Obviously, a lot of new names here. Arkansas, Ryan Silverfield. Auburn, Alex Golish. Golish has them staying in a hotel off campus now.
Really?
That's his big move to get everybody locked in. It was very Remember the Titans move.
Yeah.
Florida, John Summerall. Kentucky, Will Stein. LSU, of course, Lane Kiffin, and Ole Miss, Pete Golding. We also have Billy Napier at JMU as well. So, Joe, I'll go to you first here. Which new head coach of that list do you think is going to make the biggest splash?
Well, it kind of depends, but I think the one that's going to have the most wins and be most likely to be in the playoff race is going to be Matt Campbell. Because first of all, Penn State.
Really?
Yeah, man. Penn State wasn't in need of a major overhaul.
The Iowa State Nittany Lions is what they're calling them.
Yeah, man. Well, look, they were not in need of a major overhaul. They caught a few bad breaks. The guts of the program is still there. And then you bring in a 26-win career winner at quarterback. Right. Rocco Beck's a pretty good quarterback, man. And so I know last year I said, hey, man, Penn State is going to regret firing James Franklin.
Now you're saying, fuck you. That was bullshit. Well, you don't believe in that shit. I was about to say, you would have won that more than any. This is so hilarious.
Matt
you would have won more than anyone.
You turned heel on yourself.
No, you just you would have won more than anyone saying that, fire your black ass. They're going to regret it. They're never going to be the same. And now you're like, I think he might be the coach of the year.
Yo, look, no, I'm saying I think that this year, given their schedule, because they have a schedule that, dog, this is the building block of their schedule. This is the first 5 games. Marshall, Temple, Buffalo, Wisconsin, Northwestern. They're going to go 5-0 against that.
You think?
Right.
Yeah, he could have gone 5-0 against that at Iowa State. And so then he gets USC at home. He gets USC at home. We know what that cross-country travel is like. They go to Michigan. That'll be a tough game. They host Purdue, go to Washington, and then they close with games against Minnesota, Rutgers, and Maryland. That's
no Ohio State.
It's a good schedule.
No Ohio State.
Yeah.
No Oregon. No Indiana.
That's at least 9 wins, bro. That's at least 9 wins. And people forgot how bad Iowa State used to be. Like that, I mean, they don't, because Matt Campbell is such a good coach that you don't know that Iowa State's historical winning percentage is less than Vanderbilt's or Mississippi State's or Kansas's. They've been traditionally a really bad program, and Matt Campbell went 72-55 there and played for a conference championship twice. That is incredible, and I always respect people that can do it at schools like that. And so I think that, I think he has a better chance of figuring out at Penn State than a lot of the people that they were floating around as the names in the first place, like Kalen DeBoer or whatever else. So,
I mean, imagine what James Franklin would do with that schedule. Is what I would say to that.
James Franklin would go 10-2 against that schedule, at least. At least.
So then,
what about you?
So I have a couple of different things to say about this, but I want to stay on this Penn State situation.
Okay.
So I think, Penn State, Michigan, that's going to be a game.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a game. That's gonna be
a first-year head coach showdown right there.
Yeah, that's gonna be. We need it, man. We gotta have it. Both of those teams are looking at those games like this. That's one we need to win. Can't lose it. Like right there, we gotta put our fucking foot in the other program's ass because both of those programs right now have big names. We're a little unsure right now, so that's gonna be one of the most interesting games. But Joe, to your point, you make a good point. If you look at this schedule, if they hold it together at all and can play to any level of excellence and consistency, they might be able to make a move there.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to go 5-0, and people are going to be like, "Oh man, Penn State, they're back." Matt Campbell finally given a chance at a big school, and now he's winning. And they're going to go into that game against USC, and then we're going to find out what's real and what's not.
At 5-0, ain't nobody gonna be saying shit because those wins gonna come over Marshall, Temple, Buffalo, Wisconsin, and Northwestern. Now we don't know. I mean, Wisconsin and Northwestern. Obviously, those are teams with names. That Northwestern is what it is, like whatever, but not really a name. But it's a Big Ten traditional team. So those will be 2 in-conference wins. But I don't think anybody's hair is going to be on fire if they win all those games unless they're dominant in the way that they win them. Right? Or are you higher on Wisconsin this year than most other people think? Do you think it's going to be a bounce back year for them?
No, I mean I think Wisconsin is better. Has been better than their record, and I think they'll be decent this year, 7-8 wins or whatever. And but no, I think people are just going to look at that record. I just think people are going to, because often again when people are ranking and doing these polls and stuff, and people are looking for a good story. They're looking for like a redemption story or this underdog finally got his chance kind of story. And so I could see people playing it up and just be like, all right, we're gonna find out, and then it'll be like, but we're gonna find out just today at whatever. What's that stadium called? Nittany Lion Stadium. What's it called?
Happy Valley.
Happy Valley.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I like how you're all in. And
I think it's Nittany Lion Stadium. I think it's Happy Valley. I think it's the Nittany Lion.
Beaver
Paterno.
Stadium.
Beaver. Okay, Beaver Stadium.
Whoa, Joel, that's why you like it so much.
That's why you love it, Joel. Beaver Stadium, baby.
You just want to see a beaver. Come on.
No, stop.
Okay, so this is what I think about the coaching situation. 3 coaches that I'm talking about here, not just one, but 3. I'll give you guys the reasons why I think these are the 3 most interesting coaches in the entire situation. Okay, number 1, obviously, Lane Kiffin. What Lane Kiffin has in the cupboard is crazy. Massive turnover. Lost 38 players to the portal. 34 players transferring out. 16 exhausting their eligibility. But number 1 ranked recruiting portal class in the top 15 class coming in. 60 new scholarship players. Sam Levitt, George Seaton. Like a lot of guys coming in. The cupboard is full in Baton Rouge. It'd be interesting to see what Lane Kiffin can do with it, like how the offense and defense look. John Summerall. I can't say his name. Pat Summerall, John Summerall at Florida. John Summerall at Florida. Guys, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but a lot of the people I know that are on the ground, I follow some of these Florida different channels. because I used to like watching them when things were going terrible. They like this guy. It's like they like this guy. They like what he's bringing to the table. They like the way he goes about his business. And there's something else. I want to ask you guys if you believe this number. Apparently, this is true. Apparently, the weight room situation at Florida is going crazy. From January to now, apparently, the players are lifting 14,000 more pounds collectively than they did in January.
This is classic preseason stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that's
everybody loves this.
Yo, everybody got swallowed.
I gained 15 pounds of muscle. Yeah,
at the University of Florida, they just started learning how to lift weights. Because it was like, oh shit, man.
No, they said that there is a renovated weight room, and a return to the grit and culture that made the Urban Meyer and Steve Spurrier teams what they were, strong in the trenches. Apparently, they are lifting 14,000 more pounds in Gainesville right now than they were in January. That's what they are saying, right? You guys do not believe in them being able to lift more weight like the fucking Hulk. You guys are saying that's bullshit. But these are the things that are coming out of Gainesville.
I mean, yeah, they were 4-8 last year. I mean, I
believe
guess it's possible. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means in real. Also, you have heard that about Summerall, and I've heard it from a lot of people I respect too. I just feel like there's a media. What did Rush Limbaugh say? Your boy, Van. You all are desirous of having a successful black quarterback. I think the media is desirous of having a successful Florida head coach, because I keep hearing this about John Summerall, and obviously he has a good record at Tulane, led them to the playoff, all that good stuff. He has the marks of a guy that could be good, but that was Billy Napier too. You know what I'm saying? Like Billy Napier won, and Billy Napier won at Louisiana. He was a tough guy. You know, I remember when he was at Louisiana, he tried to force his players to give money back to the athletic department, like write a $25 check or something like that. Like that was part of something he wrote into that until people complained about it. So like Billy Napier was supposed to be this tough guy, but now John Summerall is a tough guy. And yeah, I just, I'm skeptic. I'm probably setting myself up to look crazy here, but I'm a skeptic of this.
So this is why I'll say though, one thing
you're not taking the
Gator
heard, bait.
Not taking the
like
Gator bait.
One thing that I have heard, the difference between the two guys. I mean, we've all heard this about Billy Napier, is that for some reason Billy Napier was holding on too tight, and that he wasn't sort of delegating responsibility around the program as much as someone with that type of responsibility should. And it seems like, with the staff overhaul that has happened in Florida, some of the names that have come in, and Summerall doesn't do his thing like that, that he has brought back a snap and a feeling and an expectation that people for some reason right now are buying into. These are the things that are being said. 14,000 pounds. These are the things that are being said. This is the stuff, right? He's the O-line and all that stuff. Okay, and this is the last guy, and then I'll pick one. I gotta go with Bob Chesney. Now listen, let me tell you.
Let's go.
Okay, so I gotta go with Bob Chesney. It's because of what I saw in the building. And let me tell you what I saw in the building. I saw something that I've never seen before as it relates to UCLA football. That twinkle in the eye. I can't explain this to you guys.
It's all belief.
I can't explain this to you guys. Joe, I can't explain this to you guys. There's a twinkle in the eye at UCLA right now. When we were there, I saw construction. Think about it. They were constructing the practice field. There was stuff out there. They were giving the whole fucking program a facelift.
If you were me,
we put on our hard
Billy would have already showed up. Bill, if you were me, Billy would already showed up.
You don't even let me finish. It's a twinkle in the eye.
Right, twinkle eye.
It's a twinkle in the eye. He's changed the practicing. He's changed the way they go about it. Players are excited about going out there right now and representing UCLA football. It seems as if they didn't just try to bring somebody in like they did with like a Chip Kelly or someone like that, and like hope that the brand that person brought with them would like take over. It seems like they're trying to establish a new brand. It seems like as with as much history as UCLA has, with as much tradition as they have, they're like kind of building a new tradition. I'm telling you, I think that not next year, maybe not even the year after, but they've turned a page in UCLA football, and there's a care to it and an intentionality to it that I witnessed while I was there, and I've seen even after I've been gone that it would be tough not to believe in. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I like it.
So you think he's going to make? So the question was, who's going to make the biggest splash this season? So let's look at the UCLA football schedule. Man, this really puts me at the opposite of some people I really don't need to be at the opposite of. But I mean, I got to be real. This is the show. All right, what's the UCLA schedule? Y'all
Let's
see
bring
it?
it up. Let's look at the UCLA schedule.
All
Okay,
right.
let's talk about what, and also let's talk about what making a splash would actually be for UCLA Bruins football. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what making a splash would be. All right, their schedule is
at California the first game, JKS in the first game.
At Cal. That's
two first-year head
win.
coaches going head-to-head. Tosh versus Bob.
So to start the season, you don't see any powerhouses, but you also don't see Our Lady of the Poor on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're going from San Diego State, then Purdue, then
they could start 4-0.
They could start 4-0. They could, and then people, and then of course here comes Oregon, Wisconsin, then Michigan
5-1,
Nevada,
7-1,
Minnesota,
8-1.
Illinois.
Wow,
Illinois is going to be a tough game. Illinois is a quality program right now.
Y'all
and then Michigan, and then
8-2, 8-3,
so
8-4, 8-4. That's a good year. That's a splash.
Yeah. They like the scheduled losses. The scheduled losses here for them, games we not gonna win, seem to be Oregon, and beyond that, bruh, just the scheduled losses. These are all these
going to Michigan, Van.
That's a scheduled loss. That's a scheduled loss.
Yeah.
That's a scheduled loss.
Well, it depends where Michigan is at that point, too. Like, if it's completely gone off the rails.
It's difficult for me with the way Michigan has played for me to just be like, yeah, they're going to go out there and get their asses kicked. That's a tough game to win.
Fair point.
If you can't just straight out talent Michigan, that's a tough game to win. But when I say scheduled loss, I mean, you ain't winning. It's a scheduled fucking L.
I would say Oregon, USC would be the two for me.
Oregon,
and
USC.
Maybe USC, just because of rivalry game, it's kind of more of a toss-up.
Yeah. Right. Oregon, USC. Other than that, I'm not saying they're going to come out here and win these games, but if you're telling me 7 wins, 8 wins is making a splash, I can see that for them.
Also, just looking at Michigan's schedule, they play at Oregon, then they get UCLA at home, and then they play at Ohio State. So they're sandwiched between those two games.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
So maybe you get like a kind of a beat-up team, a team that's looking ahead, team kind of, after going against Oregon on the road, that could be a potential for them to get an upset.
So because all of that, I'm going to say that my biggest splash is probably going to be Chesney. It's probably going to be Chesney. Hey, go ahead, Joel. You know what I mean?
Again, first of all, Billy doesn't show up. He doesn't, because I know what he's all about. But the thing is,
what's he all about?
What's this all about? What are we talking about here?
I mean, you're anti-Joel, all right?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
He's the most pro Joel.
I am the most pro Joel.
I mean, that's a sad.
Even though
that
I'd
is
be
a
honest,
sad circumstance. If that's true.
I've been hearing in the hallways of the Ringer that Joel's been going around pitching himself to be on more podcasts beyond just the ones that he's on already. Continues to volunteer.
Wait, what?
To be on other podcasts.
I have not. What are you talking about? What podcast have I to be on?
I'm just saying, maybe all of a sudden Joel has some interest in some gambling, and he's been offering his duties in some gambling podcast.
I've never done that. What are you talking about?
Joel.
And the Gambler Show had me on like 3 or 4 times last year.
We're going to have you back on. We need
some Joe, that's good to know that the next time you're giving me a lecture about all things that are pure, you know what I mean? Like next time I get to throw it up there, Joel Moneyline Anderson. We're gonna start having you do like we're gonna start having you do this. Like let's talk about that like young man and all like blah 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 blah. Like Brendan Soldier, shut up. You wanna like you are Joel.
He's right.
No. Billy, man, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll say this.
Interrupted you when Van was dick riding UCLA and Bob Chesney earlier.
Well, you're wearing a USC shirt. I don't know what you're doing.
You're doing the opposite of dick riding.
I saw a twinkle in the eye.
I saw a twinkle in the eye. Hey, okay, cool. We were all there. Tate, did you see
I was the one that was most excited.
I saw a couple twinkles. Yeah.
Because he saw 2 twinkles.
I saw 2 twinkles.
Billy, did you see a twinkle in the eye?
I saw twinkles in every. I mean, Joel, you had a twinkle in your eye to the point that you wanted to go out on that field and play, and then we saw what happened.
Bitch, Joel, you was twinkling more than anybody, bro.
Yeah,
so when we went to the Rose Bowl and we was getting escorted around the Rose Bowl, and Tate was legitimately scared to go.
He didn't want to wear the helmet.
You didn't tell me you didn't feel the twinkle in the eye that was happening.
I mean, I think that Bob Chesney is a good coach, and I think UCLA has a lot of potential to get better. But I mean, the question was who's going to make the biggest splash. I didn't think the twinkle in the eye was enough to elevate him over Penn State, who has a much easier schedule.
Yeah, but what I'm saying for you though is once again you're being inconsistent because you have said that Nico is a Heisman front runner. He's a surefire top 5 draft pick.
Okay,
he runs like Dick.
Okay.
He throws like.
Meanwhile, we were watching his brother saying he's got game.
Yeah.
Y'all was shitting on Nico. That's how I knew.
No. We just saw a twinkle. We saw a twinkle
talking about how
brother.
Nico wasn't shit.
I saw the twinkle. I saw the twinkle in Madden. I saw Madden had the twinkle. But so now I'm agreeing with you now. You're just a contrarian. I'm agreeing with you saying that UCLA got the twinkle, and we're gonna keep this the entire year. The twinkle fest.
Sprinkle the twinkle.
Sprinkle the twinkle. And when they need a big play, you're gonna see a little sprinkle in the chest. When they need a big play, Chesney's gonna be like this.
I hope he sprinkles after he wins against Oregon.
After he wins, they sprinkle in the twinkle. It's a twinkle in the eye, bro. I know you've seen the twinkle before, bro. I know you've seen.
I have. Man,
yeah, 227 for sure.
Yeah.
It was some twinks and some.
Somebody told me, and I haven't seen it. That I haven't watched Hard Knocks in many years, but they said
good
the
episode.
Seahawks had some tussling in the episode.
Right? They did. There was a couple of tussles.
Fighting, bro.
In the room?
That's
or
what
on
the
fields?
locker room is about.
On the field. There was no in the room tussle.
Oh, that is true. They're right.
Well, I mean, you can start on the field and go go somewhere else.
I think it was Hall and Leonard Williams that were tussling.
Hold on.
It could be. I mean, the shit talking.
No. Just repeat what you just said.
I don't remember now.
What you just said was it can start on
Frias
the field and then it can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, bro.
What?
All right, it's fine. It's cool. All right.
Was that supposed to, am I supposed to succumb to the homophobia and play here?
We're just trying to figure out what you're suggesting.
Just trying to say what you're saying, bro.
Yeah,
so you're down on UCLA is what you're saying. This whole time you're talking up Nico, then we go to UCLA.
I can see them going to a bowl game this year.
Oh.
That would be an improvement.
That would be an improvement if they win 7 games. Bill talking about they're gonna win 10 games. Simmons,
tell your boss he's wrong.
Relax, bro.
Oh no, no. I mean that's so man, y'all talking about
Bill,
that.
Joel.
Were you talking about that this weekend at Bill's house? Is that,
no, he been said that.
Did he see the twinkle?
No,
he was tweeting about
I'm looking at this fucking list of people.
You were on Blue Sky. You didn't see it.
You were on Blue Sky hanging out. I went up there, and when we left, we all were in the parking lot. That's how I know Joel is fake. Because when we left, because we
USC Trojan horse.
We are USC Trojan horse. Joel,
UCLA is more than welcome to offer me a fellowship and have me teach over there. I'd love to do it.
Fucking Odysseus Anderson. Okay. It's like when we all left, we were like, look how impressive everything was that we just saw with the way that they're doing it and all of that stuff that was happening.
Yeah, I agree.
And now Joel is acting like he didn't feel the twinkle.
I mean,
I know you felt it, bro.
It was really nice. It was a really nice. The facilities are nicer than I expected. Bob Chesney is a energetic, magnetic sort of dude. They have a little bit more talent. I just, I mean, I'm not as excited about their immediate future. Long-term future.
I think this is good for Bob Chesney. He needs some bulletin board material.
Did you buy a UCLA rowing shirt or something?
I did.
That's right.
I did. I still got it. I have 2 UCLA rowing shirts.
In case something happens to the first one?
No, I bought one on campus there many years ago. Maybe, I did a story on UCLA's back. You remember those 3 when LiAngelo Ball got arrested in China?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sunglasses.
So for ESPN, I wrote the story about that, about the 3 guys, Jalen Hill, RIP, And man, Cody, I can't remember Cody's last name. He was a 6'10" power forward from Sierra Canyon. And anyway, those are the guys that got arrested. So I wrote about it. And when I was on UCLA's campus for the first time, well, was it the first time? Maybe one of the first times ever. I was like, yo, let me go to the bookstore and get all this shit. So I got my UCLA rowing shirt. So that was an old shirt. That's like 7 years ago. So I wanted to get a new one, a fresher one.
You want a gambling segment this season? We can make it happen.
Yeah.
Over or under with Joel Anderson?
Yeah.
Over, under, Joel's locks. You know, like what else? What else could there be?
We make a graphic where he locks a 227 door.
Locks a 227
What do you
door.
bring up
Like,
to
locks the door.
I
Joel's
don't know
locks, and then his 227, and then Joel like.
I mean,
Joel.
again, you all don't know what it's like to need to get into a tussle with somebody and be like, man, motherfucker, no, like motherfucker, you're not as tough as you think you are, dog. I don't know who you're talking to.
No,
Right,
Joel,
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 you know what I'm saying?
Joel,
You don't
Joel.
know.
You're
You don't know. You all don't know
Joel.
what it's like.
You're right. Tell us about the needs. Tell us about the needs. Joel.
I mean, it's not like, I mean, sometimes people call you out and you just like, yo, I'm not no punk. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
Right.
shit, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm with it, but the needs, you had needs. You'd be working out, you'd be like, I have needs, and like with 227, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
It is homophobic, but it's funny. So
Yeah.
look,
Well,
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I can just mention one thing before we get off this segment, please.
Mm. Yeah.
No one mentioned.
I got
Pete Golding.
one more
Oh, my
coach to
bad,
throw
my
out
bad, my
before.
bad,
No.
my bad.
Go ahead. Mention the last name. Then I got one more coach.
No one mentioned. No one. Well, I can't say this yet because I don't know who you're gonna say. So yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say James Franklin.
Hey,
Oh.
I had James Franklin.
That's a good one.
That's
They
my
got the
number two.
twinkle.
So
They got the
yeah,
twinkle.
they got the twinkle. And if you look at the schedule of Virginia Tech, VMI, Old Dominion, at Maryland,
Yep.
at Boston College, Pittsburgh, Cal, Georgia Tech, Clemson, I guess, is the first game where maybe a schedule loss. At SMU, maybe that game. Then you get Stanford, at Miami. That's a schedule loss. Then Virginia in the last game. That's 9 wins to me. I see 9 wins.
I see about 8 because I think you're discounting how good Pittsburgh is. And I think
Okay, well, Pitt always is better than people think, but it's at home against Pitt in
right.
Blacksburg.
they could lose that Cal game. You know, I
Potentially.
mean, JKS.
We'll see where Cal is at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, I get what you're saying because that's the reason I had Franklin number 2 because I'm like, I mean, I do Bill Connolly at ESPN. I didn't know this, and this sounds actually sort of crazy, but the Hokies, they have like they rank 4th out of returning production out of 138 teams.
And he went crazy in the transfer portal.
Bro, he had a
was
great
able to
class.
was able to bring a lot of his guys over. He went nuts in the transfer portal. They're going to be good next year.
Oh yeah, Vent. They had a better high school recruiting class than transfer portal class. They had the 15th ranked recruiting class, 27th in the portal. He brought all those guys from Penn State. They're like, yeah, man, they're going to be. I get what you're saying, Tate. I'm not disagreeing with you. I do think that some of those, I see a little bit more. I mean, the Miami is the sure loss allegedly, but I think they're not so good that they can't lose to Clemson or SMU because SMU's going to be good too. You know what I mean?
I think they'll lose at SMU, but I think I see 2 or 3 losses. But
do you guys think that the
8-9
relative
win season is nice?
Do you guys think that? What do you guys think about the relative power of the ACC this year? Weird year in the ACC last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to a point, the ACC had a legitimate playoff team in Miami that went out there and was rocking the socks off teams from all different types of conferences. But then they were also beating up on each other in conference, which makes me think that maybe the conference was a little underrated. Maybe the national media doesn't make that same mistake next year. I mean, Duke ended up winning the conference, right? That's weird, right?
Yeah, it was
so like,
Virginia.
So like, we're talking about. I feel like when we talk about some of these other conferences, we're talking about these powerhouses in a way to where we're so familiar with the tradition and the rosters. Maybe we're underrating the ACC a little bit, not just with James Franklin, but just overall with some of the teams that we've talked about.
I think SMU, Louisville, Miami, I think all 3 of those teams are going to be really good. And I think they're going to be in the mix.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think
Miami can win the national championship.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I agree that like it's Miami, Louisville seems like they'll be pretty good, even though they're not ranked in the coaches poll right now. And, you think Virginia Tech is going to be pretty good, but like the bottom of the ACC is really bad, man. I mean, Boston College, Stanford's not good right now. North Carolina
is not good.
Yeah, North Carolina might be in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Might
be.
place.
They're in the dirt.
Might be. That's the essence of the dirt.
They're rolling in the mud.
They North Carolina, bro. Bill Belichick. I'm sorry, I hate to do this because I don't like to pick on y'all teams. Like Joel like to pick on LSU and all that. I don't like to pick on our teams. I like to think that we have a little triumvirate here. Does Billy have a team? Billy, it's
FIU.
FIU, the Dolphins.
He's the
right?
voice.
Pause up. Yeah.
Panthers.
Yeah, that's what's up. James Morgan, right? Isn't that the guy?
Well, he's not been the quarterback for years.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that was
Willie Simmons. You're not going to support Willie Simmons.
Willie Simmons,
that's your guy,
He's
Joe.
one of the best
Joe don't
looking
give a fuck
coaches.
about.
See, Joel switches up quick.
Yeah,
He does, bro. Joel is like the last motherfucker that you need, bro.
Well, he told us before he goes both ways.
Yeah, he did. He said.
All right, man. I know y'all think y'all can't run and Mace. Don't say they're judged by a different standard. Okay, I'm gonna get Ray J to get the agency on y'all, dog.
but yo, so to that point, when you look at everything in this totality, I don't know, man. Maybe the ACC, North Carolina in the dirt. I don't really want to talk about how in the dirt they are because they're legitimately falling apart. Everything's falling apart. It's terrible. It's like as bad as it could be.
Yeah.
But
it's only $1 million buyout for Belichick.
You ready for it?
Oh yeah, I think it's happening. I think step one has been completed. I think they know what they're doing.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna get them out of there. Okay, but having said that, I personally think. What do you guys think? We'll do an ACC talk later, but what do you guys think about Florida State in the dirt?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they're in the dirt.
I don't. I think they're in the dirt because they're not good. I don't think they'll be as horrible as they were last year, but I don't think they're good. And at Florida State, that should be sort of intolerable.
Yeah, I think they'll be in the upper half of the ACC.
You do? I could.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, it's this is why I'm saying I don't think the ACC is that great. Man, Syracuse. And I guess they got their quarterback back because last year they had a dude that was throwing like he had feet for hands. And but I mean, Syracuse didn't look great last year, but they get
they're not going to be good.
They had moments, but they're not good.
Oh my God, they got Malachi Nelson on the roster. Malachi Nelson's at Syracuse now.
I mean, I would say NC State's another team that's a little bit under the radar too.
But I think I really think that they are. I think Virginia. Is like these are teams that are not good, but these will be competitive teams. Whatever, man. I'm not high, I'm not saying I'm high on the ACC. I'm saying maybe the ACC. The ACC, we Joe loves to talk about the monster Big 12 energy.
No, I mean, look, they got some monsters in the league too. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. Be careful. Texas Tech been in the playoffs more recently than LSU. And I'm saying
that's very true.
Yeah.
When we talk about them the ACC. Yeah. We're talking about fucking Miami. And Miami is who Texas Tech probably think they are. Texas Tech got in there last year and embarrassed themselves. Looked like the little Giants before the fucking
everybody's
annexation of Puerto Rico.
All right. No, their defense won. Their defense won their matchup. Their defense Oregon had to work for it against Texas Tech's defense. It's just, they tried to upgrade the quarterback and you see what happened there. But Texas Tech, BYU is going to be really good. I mean, BYU is probably better than whoever the second best team in the ACC is going to be this year. So
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think SMU is better.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, no. Twinkle. So we have a. So Joel, you think that let's play this out a little bit. Joel, you think that BYU is clearly better than SMU?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I'm gonna need to see it on a neutral field.
What? I mean, where's this faith in SMU? I don't understand. They lost to TCU last year. I mean, and I didn't think TCU was very good last year.
I thought TCU was pretty good last year. As you can tell by the transfer portal, they got poached. Got poached.
That's a Big 12 over ACC win, by the way. I know people don't tend to think of it that way, but that's just another mark in the favor of the Big 12. Arizona State's pretty good. You know
I just can't believe the SEC is creating a world where I have to argue for the conference.
Yeah, I mean, they just played. They were in the playoffs and had Texas on the ropes just 2 years. Just one.
Yeah, there's a whole fucking football season between them. Like, like you're saying. So you look at Arizona State. Arizona State had a fucking catastrophe of a season last season.
I wouldn't know. They were like 8-4 or something like that. They gave Texas Tech their only loss until the playoffs.
I don't know.
Which says something about the Big 12, you know.
All right, good. I mean, y'all can't hate on it.
The monster. It's the monster Big 12.
My dude.
Oh, that's right, monster. Yeah,
I'm in a group chat with my dudes, Deck and Malik. They're from NC State and Virginia, respectively, and so they're like, "Man, you need to talk about NC State football more." And I'm like, "Man, this is really not a lot."
CJ Bailey.
CJ, yeah. I mean, again, all right, whatever. We'll see. The test is that NC State fans aren't happy. They're not happy with their situation, and so like you.
Well, NC State is a lot like South Carolina, as you mentioned before. When they have expectations, they're going to blow it. But this year, they don't really have expectations, so they're in a good spot.
What's that joke that Charles Barkley used to say about was it DeAndre Jordan? I was like, if you go home at night, and if you left DeAndre Jordan in the gym overnight alone, he scored like 4 points, all on dunks or something like that. Well, that's
Right.
kind of like the NC State football history. I don't think they've ever had, like, they had 1 year with Phillip Rivers and Chuck Amato, but I don't think
T.A. McClendon.
I don't think they've had the great seasons in football that you think. They've had maybe 1 or 2 in my whole life. Let's just see. Did y'all know that Lou Holtz coached at NC State once upon a time?
I did.
Didn't know that. Yeah.
You didn't know that? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time they won the ACC was 1970.
Bro, let's just go to this is the good program, NC State. I don't know why I'm shitting on them. I'm sorry.
Nah, you going crazy for no reason.
8-5, 7-6,
I had fun
7-6,
watching them last year.
9-4, 4-8, 8-4, 9-3, 8-5.
Hollywood Smothers, your favorite player.
8-5.
Every time NC State was on last year, I watched them because Hollywood Smothers, who now is playing for Alabama, right?
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Texas.
No. Remember, he went to.
That's right. Yeah, Texas. Yeah.
He went to Texas, who's now playing for Texas. Hollywood Smothers, who I was just like, I'm like, is anybody else watching Hollywood Smothers? Hollywood Smothers is the fucking man. So I used to watch NC State. They were good. They were good. They were fun to watch. I wouldn't say good. They were fun to watch.
Yeah, see, there you go. I mean, I
would
mean,
say the Gator Bowl 2003 was NC State's big moment. They beat Notre Dame 28-6.
Man, that's crazy, man. See, Miami is the best team of those 2 conferences. That's fair, right? At least for right now. But I mean, I just don't see a lot of. I would argue that the ACC is better than the Big 12.
You would argue that they are.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah, I would argue against the fact that people think the ACC is just the 3rd best conference. I don't believe that. I just don't. Their bottom is really bad. Like the bottom of that league is really bad. It's uncompetitive completely.
But what about the top?
Yes, Miami. But the Big 12 has Texas Tech.
See, I argue
and
for
BYU.
You argue for the bottom.
I don't know who your second. Tate. Y'all think y'all Cameron and Mace, dog? Tell it like it is. You know
it's not telling like it is. It is what it is.
Oh, it is what it is.
Hey, so let's do this. So let's next week do our conference rankings, and everybody bring.
That sounds terrible.
What? Everybody bring your best case for how you rank the conferences, because I personally feel like
we'll do the Lou Holtz, make the case, Reese Davis.
I mean, I think that the ACC is a little bit underrated. I can't make a compelling argument till I look at some things closer that they're better than the Big 12, but I think they're a little bit underrated as a conference. I really do.
You wish it so because you're a hater, but it's just not the case. The facts are that the ACC is not.
Bro, hey, Joe, let me tell you something real quick, bro. Joe, let me tell you something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a hater of the Big 12. I'm really not. And let me tell you why I'm not a hater of the Big 12.
Okay.
Because nobody gives a fuck about the Big 12. Okay. So like it's like hating on the Big 12 is like hating on RC Cola. Like if you spend your time, if you hate on Pepsi, if you hate on Coke, if you hate on even Sierra Mist, I don't like it. But if you in a room right now, says, I don't like RC Cola, I don't like Tab, people are gonna be like, why did you fuck even thinking about drinking that? No one gives a fuck. All right, so
Mr.
I'm not hating on it.
Would Mr. Pibb be in that?
Hey man, shout out to Mr. Pibb. Baby.
Shout out Mr. Pibb.
Shout out to Mr. Pibb. See how you fuck with my money? See how you fuck with my money? I will never fuck with your money. I will never fuck with your money. See what just happened? I hope everybody's listening to that. I will never fuck with
why
Joe's
did you shit on
money,
RC
no
Cola? Okay.
All right, but what I'm saying is I won't hate on the Big 12. Actually, it actually is the other way. I'll actually root for the Big 12 because I used to like the Big 12. I hate this conference. I'm a purist. I hate this conference realignment stuff. The Big 12 I remember is the Big 12 that you probably don't think was actually the real traditional Big 12, to where, I mean, you fucking had Oklahoma, Texas, and all of them motherfuckers like that in the Big 12, and it was you had real Compton City G's in that motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
They ain't talking about no Texas Tech. Shout out to Texas Tech because they in the playoff. LSU is not, to your point, but you had real Compton City G's in that motherfucker.
I mean, you don't talk about Texas to me because they went 4-8 against TCU when TCU was in the Big 12. So
bro,
I don't
shout out
shit about how good.
Hey, can I be real with you, bro? TCU is always. I'm joking, but TCU has always been a great program. They have been. They had different times where they were a Compton City G. They never became the G of all G's like we have been, but they had different times when they was a Compton City G. I'm not even dissing them.
I mean, 2014 TCU might be the best team ever, as we talked about.
I would say it's one of the best teams in organized team sports. Like with them, you put fucking the like 2014 Brazil, or like for soccer and all of that shit, whoever.
LSU. I mean, again, man. I mean, there's children.
One of the greatest college football teams of all time. Couple different times. I mean, you can't say nothing about it. You can't say it.
Desmond Joseph Anderson doesn't know anything about LSU being a dominant football program. He's lived his whole life in that.
Hey, but let me tell you something.
First year of his life, TCU played in that championship game.
Bro, a nigga born in 1619 would not know anything about TCU being one of the most dominant teams. You could be born. We went to the Geffen Galleries. You could have been born when this is a little dog, and the dog on the date, I could not believe it. It said, like 350 BCE, before the Common Era, right? That little wooden dog.
They call it BCE now?
Yeah, they call it BCE. I think they're getting away from Jesus, which I don't like. But like that little dog don't know nothing about TCU being a dominant. So
okay. I mean, I know you can. You're trying to deflect from the fact that y'all ain't done shit.
Achilles.
What?
Achilles. The Trojan War.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. None of that.
So Odysseus.
But you're right. We haven't done shit. But back to it. I'm saying I'm really not hating on the Big 12. Actually,
no hate on the Big 12.
No hate on. I'm sorry. I know we
the monster Big 12.
I take the monster. I want to say, you gotta say it right though, Joe. Joe, can you say it one time? The monster Big 12.
Nah, so I'm good. That's good.
Come on, Joe. You gotta support your
the Big 12 conference. The Big 12 conference.
Joe.
Yeah, it's the monster energy.
Joe, I gotta say something, Joe.
If Brett Yormark wants to pay me, that would be great.
Joe, you know what I'm
saying?
No, he already got paid. Now you have to say
I'll put a Big 12 patch on any of these shirts.
Joe, do you remember what happened to Terrell when he wouldn't say Muhammad Ali's name? Do you remember what happened?
Oh yeah, and Muhammad Ali beat his ass all night and said, "What's my name?"
Monster. Say, when we want you to say it.
No,
say Monster Big 12 Energy League.
Is this because you're in concert with the Rock Nation? You feel like you gotta give marching orders?
How dare you? Tate, move us on. How dare
All right, Monster Energy Big 12. That's what it is. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we got overreaction of the week and top 5 headlines. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back. Ringer Tailgate. This is a fascinating situation. I don't think I've ever seen this in any sports realm. This is an overreaction of the week, and the overreaction is coming from the Akron football team and the people making decisions for the Zips. So this is a promo that has been put out to the people, and I wanted to get your guys' reaction to this. Offensive coordinator of the game. So this is a promo that they put out. One lucky fan will be able to script the opening drive in their home fall opener. They also get an extra chance to win with every new season ticket holder you refer. Random drawing among season ticket holders, and the drawing will be held on August 19th. So they have, to get people to buy season tickets, they are willing to turn over the controls to a fan to script out their first series of their football season. Van, is this something that you've ever seen before? And should we buy season tickets and try to do this? Because I think we might.
I want to try to do it because from a outside perspective, this is the most awesome shit ever. If I was, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I was a player on the field, then I might not feel like, because like, what if you become the offensive coordinator and then you don't like one of the players on the team, and you just
freeze them out,
dive? No, just give it to him and just like right in the middle of the line,
bubble screen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just boom. It's like it's just you just go. Or what if you just naked boot? Or like roll out, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like all of this shit is too crazy because people are gonna be drunk calling the game and But no, you get to script it. You don't get to call it in the moment, right? You just script it and the coach has to call the plays. Just think about the type of coach that you're fucking calling the plays that Van Lathan drew up.
Yeah, man.
Like, and I'm on the headset. I'm like, coach, that's not what I put in the fucking game plan, you bitch ass nigga. But I think
run it the way I said. Run it the way you
hey, run what the fuck I said. Run the annexation of Puerto Rico. Look, I'm saying right now that this is the type of shit that you're gonna see more often. Because if this works, then other teams are gonna do it. One day, remember that fan-controlled football league?
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, that type of shit is coming to. It's all about money. Money right now. You telling me if I say, hey, if I look at the team, especially when they need transfers and stuff like that, they need they need money in the transfer portal. Hey, I give you $2 million right now if you let me call the second quarter. Boom. Let me call the second quarter. $2 million. $2 million bucks. Fuck it. Right. I'm just saying.
They might have to consider that.
I think more stuff like that is. I think more stuff like this is coming. I'll just be honest with you.
Yeah, this feels like a step in that direction, Joel.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's happening, but I think it's because Akron basically plays minor league college football now. And so this reminds me of like when minor league baseball teams do all those funny promotions and stuff to get people to do stuff. And so it's just like, like Akron has to do stuff to keep people interested.
It's Star Wars night at the Akron football game. Yeah.
Yeah, man, exactly. I mean, bro, like I saw this factoid and I couldn't believe it. More than 80% of the 2025 first team All-MAC players with remaining eligibility transferred somewhere else. So you can't really keep nobody good at Akron. So you got to sell them on experience, bro. Like the experience, the game day atmosphere, all that sort of stuff. And man, them season tickets are like, they range from like $75 to $181. That's a good deal, man.
To be able to call the game?
Yeah, man.
That's going crazy.
That puts us in the mix.
They should do this. You know what they should do? They should do this every game. And then you can compare the productivity of the team when the fans are calling the game. Because that's another thing.
You see if the fans have ball knowledge.
Yeah, that's another thing. Let's say I go out there and I call the game. I got a little misdirection. I got a little power. I got all kinds of shit. And we fucking score. The Zips score.
Yeah.
Then when the real staff gets the reins back, they better score. Because if not, then we calling the game from the sideline and we going crazy. I think more stuff like this is going to happen. I think the minor league baseball point is a phenomenal one.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joel. There is some fine print on the graphic. So at the bottom, it says with the head coach, of course. This hasn't been done before, but we're not crazy. So I'm guessing there is a little caveat where you're giving the playbook and then you pick the plays based on the playbook. And then Joe Moorhead, the head coach of Akron, I guess approves of what you select.
Fuck that. That's not,
I don't like that. That's not the promo.
No, if I can't call my shit, if I can't call my shit, I'm not the coach.
Yeah, man.
I said I want to be the coach. And I paid my money, and I'm the coach of the team. I'm gonna tell him to get out of my fucking business. Like when I'm calling the games, he's gonna be like,
"Shut up, Joe."
I'm gonna say, "Shut the fuck up, dog."
Hey, man,
Shut up and call what I
Joe Moorhead,
big
motherfucker,
call, bro.
Man. Joe Moorhead, big motherfucker, dog. How big?
That's a great promo. I hope we see more of that. And,
only
what else would you guys do? Would you? I have a question about this. What about? Would you guys want a little eligibility?
Oh, I would want one carry. Like what could I get for one carry for Akron? One carry for Akron. Now let's say, so I mean, but one carry is not good. You're not even gonna be able to get in the rhythm.
I want to
punt.
I want one punt, and then when I get the ball, I'm throwing a pass. Like we're running a fake punt, and then I'm 20 yards back from the line, so I can't get sacked, and I can run away.
This is why they don't do this. This is why they don't do these promotions. You can't trust me, man.
Bro, I want a series at QB, bro. And
I don't want to get hit at the line. I want to be 20 yards back.
Absolutely not.
I want to run the play action pass. I want to throw to the flats. I want to be out there.
You don't know if they're going to block for you hard. That's the problem.
I mean, that's the thing, man.
They're definitely not going to. But then I could challenge them if they don't block for me hard. In somebody's face, I can be, hey, you got one fucking get the game. I could challenge them. Like if they don't block.
Yeah,
I like it.
Joe
I
Moore.
think this is a great promo. Shout out to Akron. So now we have to watch the first Akron game to see what
That's
what it actually
another.
looks like.
Oh, yeah,
Another thing is now. Another thing is, if they did this 1 quarter each game, they should flip it. They should flip a quarter or like toggle it. Some games it's gonna be the 4th quarter that the fans call. In a tight game, that would be terrible. Some games, every single quarter, every quarter that the Akron fans were calling the game, I will watch Akron when they're on TV. I just want to see what it looks like.
Okay.
I'm telling you, every single quarter the fans was calling the game. Fuck it, bro. Like you said, it's the minor leagues now. It's like y'all wanted it, so fuck
They
it.
gotta try. I mean, they gotta try to do something, man. I mean, to be a viable operation. So
Yeah. I like it. The athletic director said this is about giving our most loyal supporters a seat at the table right alongside our coaching staff on the biggest night of the season.
Man, I want an Akron visor too, man. That thing look kind of clean.
Yeah, Akron's kind of got like the zips are pretty they got good branding. Shout out to the zips.
Yeah, man, shout out to the whole Mac, bro. I love
Mac should
man, me too, bro. I really liked it when it was, they could. I mean, when Northern Illinois made like a BCS bowl one year, you know what I'm saying? I was just
and I saw Thomas Hammock on Hard Knocks coaching up the Seahawks running backs, and I'm like, man, we lost a good one to NFL football.
Yeah, they just can't do. They can't. I mean, I understand that is a really tough job. Very rarely now are you going to get promoted. It's going to be you're not going to have a lot of money, and if you're lucky enough to find somebody, they're going to be gone. By January. So yeah.
He kind of fixed Marcus Freeman. Remember when they beat him and he had
that speech
and he was like, here's what we saw on tape.
That's right.
Like he was like, there was a bunch of tells from your quarterback on what you guys are running, pass or run.
That's right.
So he kind of fixed Notre Dame.
Man, what a horrifying loss.
That was really bad.
That felt like the beginning of the end. I mean,
but they got it back. Like the fact I give the Notre Dame faithful, and I'm not being in any way facetious. I give the Notre Dame faithful a lot of fucking credit for weathering the storm of some brutal fucking Marcus Freeman losses. They believed in him. They knew what he was, and he has borne fruit for them in a lot of ways. I mean, let's be honest with you, they had a couple of fucked up losses. I mean, look, it still happens.
Yeah.
But you had the Marshall game. There was some brutal losses in there early.
Yeah, that's right.
They got it back.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Didn't they lost to Stanford one time too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to man. I can't.
It was a tough out of the gate, but yeah, they got it together, and now Marcus Freeman is the most handsome and probably one of the best coaches in the country.
That's right, man. Akron got some nice gear. If you go to homefieldapparel.com, they got a kangaroo.
Homefield's got some great gear. Shout out to Homefield.
Yeah, shout out to Homefield, man.
They should be sponsoring us. Don't you think?
They should be
sponsor us, bro. Send us a
college football program. I was one of the first people to buy shit from Homefield, bro.
Okay, now we don't want to go that far.
All right, let's raise the roof. Let's raise the roof
for Homefield.
I really was, bro. They had like 30 schools at the time when I ordered from them.
Hey, up there, bro. Can I say something? I think Coach of the Week, Coach of the Week every week should be Twinkle of the Week.
I don't know about that.
Twinkle of the Week.
No, you never fuck with my raps, bro. That's okay, bro.
No, I do fuck with your raps, man.
Nah, you never fuck with my raps, bro.
Nah, bro.
That's not the last time me trying to bring shit up. Every time Joe.
Oh, here comes Billy. Billy's got your back.
Billy, what you got?
I'm here to support both of you guys. Like Twinkle of the Week's a good idea. How hard would Twinkle of the Week be on a home field shirt, though?
Oh,
like
man.
This is where you start making those contacts, Joel. You just gotta. If you don't buy into your own segments, how is home field going to buy into them, and how are they going to buy into us?
That's Van's segment, not mine.
It's a fucking
it's our segment. We're all on the same show.
It's a Ringer tailgate segment. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
We're a team here, Joel.
You're giving John Lennon on the Beatles right now. Like we're supposed to all be together. We're supposed to be making music.
I mean. That's funny that you all
the
say
Yoko Ono loves books.
Yeah, you got.
I mean, Van is always trying to get me to fight some friend every week. Was it Ninth Wonder one time? And then who else did you try to get me to fight, man?
You be talking Cash Money shit.
We were trying to save you.
You're going to invite Bokeem Woodbine up here for me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
he always warns you that if you continue down the path you're going on, it's going to lead to a fight.
But he's
trying to stop.
He presumes that he's an instigator. He's an instigator by playing shit.
That's another segment.
Interpreting what I said.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Maybe we make
when I said that I knew Terry Jones's sister, you tried to make it into some sort of. Whoa.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you straight up. I will tell you straight up. This is very funny. this is very funny because it's not a big deal, but it is. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. But niggas, people, you guys know, everybody here has a significant other, right? And guys are weird about it, right? And so, it was like, yo, because I said it's like, hey man, this came up on the show. It's like, why that came up? Why was that brought up? And I was like, he said that maybe he wanted to date Keita. And he's like, and it's like, a nigga trying to play with me.
See, Joel, he was trying to protect you.
I wasn't.
I'm like, no.
I wanted to tell you about Terry Jones because Terry was like, oh, I can't believe you have a podcast with Van. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking, Baton Rouge, Southern or whatever. And then so that's what came. So I know Terry more. Terry like was the, worked
good writer.
Very good writer. Chumada Emil, he also does fiction, bro. He's really good. So
No, fiction. As a fiction writer, he really is very talented.
Yeah.
I haven't read.
He was about to hit you with some facts.
Yeah. It's like it was nigga playing with me. I was like, nah, bro. I'm like, nah, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. Wait. All right. Yeah, all right. And then again, I'm not gonna even bring it up because y'all have been playing with my shit for a while. But
whoa, Jesus Christ! What is happening today on Tailgate? Wow, Billy.
Joe, man, you got a week off and you come in here.
We didn't have a week off. We didn't have a week off. The show ran last week. What are you talking about?
All
right, Joel.
All right.
All right, let's get the top 5 headlines of the week.
Okay.
Number 1, Notre Dame USC rivalry will be renewed 2030. So we have 3 years until this rivalry returns. It will be early in the season. It also means that Indiana and Notre Dame will no longer be playing each other. But we talked about this in the offseason. Notre Dame, USC, we wanted it to return, and it is returning. But the question is, will Lincoln Riley still be there when that happens, Van?
No. I don't think he will. I think he'll be in college football, maybe even calling pro ball at that point, but I don't think that he will. Obviously, with the schedules and the way the schedules shook out, it was going to take a while for them to kind of get back on each other's schedules. By the time this fucking happens, I won't fucking care. But I think this bullying works. I think the SC fans in Southern California were livid that this rivalry. I don't really know as many Notre Dame
both
fans.
fan bases were upset, to be honest.
Right.
They both
so
were.
Bullying works. They got this back on the books, and it's good to keep the traditions in the sport going.
Yeah. Joel, you agree?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I understand why USC didn't want to play Notre Dame where they played them anymore. Because they're just like, yo, like we already have a tough-ass schedule now. Can we play earlier in the year? And that makes sense to me. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously better that we have a historic rivalry. Because I mean, think of all the ones like we went a decade without Texas versus Texas A&M, which is sort of crazy for young Joel to think about. Kids, Nebraska versus Oklahoma used to be a big deal in the fall.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Pitt versus Penn State. We're not going to get Bedlam again. For any
Pitt versus West Virginia.
Pitt versus, yeah, man. So it's just like, I mean, you kind of unfortunately have gotten used to the loss of these rivalries, and it's good that they came to the table and decided to preserve it again.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, number 2 story, UNC football GM Michael Lombardi. He was placed on leave last week, and he has retained Tom Mars. We need to get Tom Mars on the show. We had Kessler.
Why can't we get Michael Lombardi? I mean, that's
we'll see. We'll see if we can get him. He can't speak right now. But Mars released a statement to ESPN. He said, quote, Michael hasn't been told anything about the nature of UNC's investigation and welcomes the opportunity to clear his name, which has already been sullied by baseless statements and innuendo on social media.
Now, see, I was accused.
A lot of sullying.
I was accused earlier of a team that I really don't give a fuck about, of cooking the books for them because I said that there was a twinkle. I stand by the twinkle. Tate, I love what you just did. That was really great tradecraft right there from Tate. Tate gets into the fucking thing. Like, Tate tries to, go over it. We got to talk about it, Tate.
We're talking about it.
Tate tries to move past it. And
I just don't know how much sullying we can do here.
The sullying, ain't nobody gonna sully nothing. Let's just keep it real with the audience.
You said the name Michael Lombardi like you don't know who that is.
Like you that's
my old co-host. See, Joel, I hold it down for my co-host. You know what I mean? Like if you were if your name was getting sullied, I'd have your back.
Oh, that's some essence. I don't know. Not all the time. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Would you tell us what you know? You were Carolina royalty, Tate. You know what I'm saying? What can you say
You're in
about
the
this
rooms.
situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. What can you say about this?
I can say that a lot of the sullying that was happening was incorrect. A lot of the speculation was incorrect. But again, this is a university issue, not an athletic department issue. So it's an HR issue. And I hope that he's back by the time they go to Ireland, because that would be a nice trip to go on. But we'll see. Bill Belichick and him, I don't think they can talk right now. So like it's completely, yeah.
Can you confirm
they're
or
on the
deny
island.
that it was about hoes?
It was not about hoes. I can confirm that.
All right.
You can confirm. Hold on.
Yeah.
I can confirm.
You can confirm on the record
Not
that this
about
was
hoes.
not about horse.
Yeah.
If it was ho shit or no shit, this would be no shit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you tell us what it is about?
I can't tell you what it is about, but it's
Okay.
not ho shit. So.
It's not, because
you did
I thought he was
Michael
about to show up at a press conference with a neck brace on.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Petrino right there next to him, so he can talk to him how to handle these situations.
God damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I was worried. I got some intel. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Oh, let me ask you this.
4-1 out for Lombardi. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think he will be back?
I don't think so, because I think they're trying to get rid of Belichick. See, that's what I think this is step one to getting rid of Belichick. You get rid of Belichick's guy, and then Belichick's mad about it, and then the season goes bad, and you wipe your hands clean of the situation. That's what I think from the university side. Now, I don't think that's right. I'm not supporting that, but I think that if I'm reading between the tea leaves, that's what I think is happening.
Man, I can't. He's coached there one season. Just one season, and already they're like, man, get this motherfucker out of here. But this is like more of a critique of I have a critique of the Bill Belichick era in North Carolina, but it sort of reminds me of what's going on at CBS News and the Washington Post and really America. And I think that sometimes powerful and borderline unscrupulous people see these foundering institutions and they see that it's being run by marks, and they're just like, they think two things. I think I could probably do that. I could do that job, And then they're like, well, shit, even if we don't, we can make a lot of money doing it, bro.
That's right.
And so Belichick, got his people. He bought Lombardi. He couldn't get Pioli. You know what I'm saying? He got Lombardi. He couldn't get Matt Patricia. So he had his son, and there was a succession plan, reportedly a succession plan where if they had done well, which he expected to do, that son could have been the head coach when it was over. It just reminds me of David Ellison bringing in Barry Weiss or Jeff Bezos being like, man, I don't want to have Trump yelling at me anymore. Let's just put some people in there and see what happens. And Trump is getting rich off America. Like he just saw that, oh, we're Marx, dog. You can do it. So Bill Belichick is just a part of like a greater American movement.
I do think Carolina was a mark. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I think they saw cash.
Bill Belichick couldn't get a job in the NFL, bro. No, who else was going to hire Bill Belichick if North Carolina did?
Well, I'm gonna be real. I think a lot. They were a mark, but it's Bill Belichick. I think a lot of college football programs, if they had an opening, would take Bill Belichick.
I don't know about that.
So I do, and let me tell you why. Maybe not your blue bloods, but a lot of programs that are of the same stature in football that North Carolina is would take Bill Belichick, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I think 3 reasons. One, just the automatic seriousness and television coverage that comes along with having him. So number one,
they got it last year.
And they did get it last year.
For a half, yeah.
For a half of a year. Number two,
half of
for
a game.
Drive. For a drive.
There's just no way for anybody to predict how unserious of a football coach and a person that Bill Belichick would morph into overnight. This is, we don't talk about it. This is truly, truly remarkable. This is almost as if if Obama went on a Bad Girls Club or something like that. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, that's not even one thing is purely for fun. The Bad Girls Club is purely for fun. The other thing is legitimately the most serious thing that you can be. And fucking Barack Obama, the most serious fucking guy you could be, doing that, be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is happening? And Bill Belichick is just completely and utterly in his football career and public persona right now unserious. Not that I have a problem with it. He living his life. He was serious for a long time, but I don't think they could have predicted that. And then the third thing is, you would just think that his reputation with young players would still be such that he would be able to be a magnet to get people in the transfer portal to come to North Carolina to learn from him, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. But guess what? That hasn't happened at all. So I don't know. I would have thought that, I think a lot of programs would have just thought that Bill Belichick had more concern about his legacy than to do what he's doing at North Carolina right now, which is make a complete fucking fool of himself.
100%. I'm with you. And I do think, look, perfect example, the quarterback at TCU that they're going to play in less than a month, Jaden Craig.
Yeah.
That's who North Carolina was going after, and they lost him to TCU. Yeah, so, you're telling me that Jaden Craig went to TCU and Sonny Dykes over Bill Belichick. I mean, that's a perfect example of what you expected versus the reality.
Well, that's why I think the NFL didn't hire Bill Belichick for a reason. And that is the medium with which he's had success. He hasn't been in college football in over 40 years or something like that. And so it's just to me, that's the warning sign that the NFL teams are like, nah. I mean, dog, Atlanta hired Raheem Morris over there.
And the reason they didn't hire him is because they realized he wanted to hire 60 some people and fire a bunch of people. And the Jordan, you talk about the unserious. Jordan, we don't want to get into but that's the unserious part. Once the people realized that was a situation, it was.
You look at that and just he seems like he's having fun, on that part of his life is cool, but I just don't know if I trust him making important decisions at $10 million anymore.
Mm-hmm. Right. And luckily the buyout is $1 million, and that's easy. You'd rather pay $1 million to get off the train than to pay $10 million to stay on it, I think, at this point. So we'll see what happens. A lot of drama there in Chapel Hill, but again, got a game against TCU to open the season, and they could maybe make a statement. We'll see. Speaking of statements, Oregon quarterback Dylan Raiola was asked about transferring from Nebraska. He said, quote, "There's not cornfields here. There's mountains and trees, and I love the nature. As far as football, it's different. With coaches and players, we have a lot more talent than we did at Nebraska. I don't say that to knock on them, but I think everybody will know that," end quote. Sounds like he's knocking Nebraska.
Yeah. Sounds a little bit like he's knocking Nebraska. Yeah. Like he's knocking the shit out of him.
He don't see no twinkle in their eye. No twinkle.
He didn't see any twinkle.
Bro, no twinkle, dog. Do you feel like, I hate when nigga, okay, he didn't accomplish enough to leave salty and talk all this type of cash.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he would be trying to defend Nebraska. He's also the backup quarterback, It's why is the backup quarterback talking like a starter? I know he will be next year, but man, that's just that's a wild thing.
So I bet next year that Dylan is going to be a contender for the Nico Award because of the way things are going for him. But
the Joel Award.
The Joel, right. The Nico
Tussle.
Award. Yeah, okay. All right.
Tussle, the Tussle trophy.
Tussle. The thing is, Dylan Raiola, you're the guy.
We got to give it to Nico.
Dylan Raiola, Nico didn't show up, man. He didn't. He was supposed to meet with us and talk with us, and it didn't happen. Anyway, Dylan Raiola, you're the guy that's supposed to make Nebraska as good as. You know what I mean? You were the top 10 5-star recruit, and I get what you're saying. It's not evident that Oregon has much better players than Nebraska, but that was the whole, bargain with you, that you were going to be the guy to elevate the program along with Matt Rule, and it didn't happen for a number of reasons, but you were part of it. And so, yeah, I'm sure he wishes he had that comment back. Today, I bet he wishes he didn't say that.
I just don't know what the point of that is. That would be like you leave your girlfriend and find a supermodel wife, and then you start dumping on your ex. You know what I mean? It's like,
but you know what the difference is though, is that in that situation, you leave and you're in a better situation. What happens to these players? Okay, let me take that again. What happens to these players is they need a scapegoat for why things didn't work out. Now, sometimes there is a lot of dysfunction. We've seen it. We've seen players be pretty good in places and then go on and be phenomenal. We saw Bo Nix go from a quarterback that legitimately lost his job at Auburn, then go to Oregon and end up being a first-round draft pick, and now a legitimate NFL quarterback. It happens. You come from a place where there's not a lot of systemic support, where your insulation is bad, and you go to another place and you fucking go crazy, right? I will say for a guy like that, in a situation like this, the best thing to do is go play football and shut your fucking mouth because you came in there as a goddamn 5-star.
Wow.
Like I'm just being for real. I'm not talking about he doesn't have to shut his mouth. If somebody asks him tomorrow what he thinks about police brutality, go crazy. But if somebody's asking him what he feels about Nebraska, he simply did not play well enough at Nebraska when given the opportunity to play well enough to talk like that about them on his way out the door. I don't like it.
I think what happened is that somebody asked him the question, and I guess we could probably play that clip back. I'm sure it must be out there somewhere. So tell me a little bit about the differences between Nebraska and Oregon. And he let his mouth do some talking that he probably shouldn't have. So I think that's just a mistake, and he probably again already wishes he had that bet. I mean, shout out Nebraska, man. Nebraska. Have y'all ever been to a Nebraska game?
No, I've only been to Omaha. I've been to the College World Series. I've never been to Lincoln.
Nebraska's surprisingly cool as shit, man.
Omaha was great.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
You know what they got at Omaha that we never talk about?
What's that? Steaks?
Niggas.
Oh yeah, Ernie Chambers, man.
Omaha.
Ernie Chambers, yeah.
Omaha, like people don't know, bro. Omaha we got black community in Omaha, man. I know some Omaha black people, man. Omaha, bro. Shout out to Omaha.
Shout out to Omaha. Should we raise the roof for Omaha?
Hey, Lincoln ain't bad either, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Lincoln was pretty cool, man. I had a good time out there.
Because Lincoln is where Nebraska is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a great game day environment from what you see on TV. Too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're not taking shots at Nebraska. I thought that was a little.
I like Nebraska.
Yeah, I think that was lame. Next up, Big Ten, SEC are now supporting the Protect College Sports Act. I don't know how much you guys want to get into this, but yeah, that's the thing. Now they're in.
I think. Do you think it's going to happen, Van? Do you?
I don't think it's going to happen.
The Protect College Sports Act. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. But
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's really. I am so glad that the season has started, so I don't have to talk about the Protect College Sports Act or anything else that's surrounding the whole thing. Let's get the football in the motherfucking air and on the ground so we can talk about the games, bro.
Yeah, and also they're on some hoe shit, man. I mean, that's the thing. They're doing that end around so they don't have to deal with the athletes at the bargaining table, and they're trying to get Congress to bail them out. All these people trying to rush this shit through Congress so they don't have to deal with the athletes. And it just shows how little respect they have for their labor and their role in creating the revenue and making this institution what it is. They have no respect for them. And so they're hoping that Congress can bail them out. And Democrats will do whatever.
And guess who's gonna be all on their ass? Jeffrey Kessler.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Man, that's the Kess bomb.
I give Kessler back.
Kessler gonna be all over them.
Kessler
and Jay Billis.
Kessler was angry as shit.
Yeah, man, he was on their ass.
He was like the lawyer version of Larry David on this motherfucker. He was going crazy.
He was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah,
I loved it. All right, last story. This is Joel's story, so I'll lead it up. I'll toss it up to Joel. LSU has a reported 9-figure media rights deal, and apparently it's raising questions about outside control, private equity involved here. Joel, they want a 20% cut on the media rights deal to, I think, put $100 million into the program there at LSU. Yeah. So, Joel, your thoughts?
Well, that's funny because
What's so funny?
Well, it's funny. I thought I had something to say, and it kind of skewed away. Really, the thing was, I was going to start and ask Van because I did.
Now you're going to put it on Van.
No, I was going to say, Van, what do you think of this? Because again, here's what I was going to say. It was a setup joke. It's going to be bad, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Go for it. I want to hear it.
So as it turns out, the exciting new revenue model that they were going to pursue was not slavery after all. So
tough. I mean, that's actually funny though. Yeah, we had slavery in Louisiana. It never existed in Texas.
I mean, I don't know why you think you got to take a shot at Texas.
But because you think we had
y'all sensitive, man. Ever since y'all go to the worst state in the country to live in, you've been sensitive.
Look, to me, I'll put it to you like this. I'm not from the pretty South. I'm from the dirty South. If you go look at I'm not from the South. That's not for me. I'm from the black, hard scrabble South. That's where I'm from. So the shit that niggas talk about with me is so funny. It's so funny. The shit that niggas talk about, like, I'm Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana black. So yeah, it's 50. Like
Deep South.
Yeah, look at that, man. Yeah, y'all got sensitive.
South. I'm just being for real.
Yeah, okay.
So because Rachel will do the same thing. Rachel will be like, oh, I was about to do a racial impression. She got pissed off. But like Rachel do the same thing. Like, nah, I get it. If you ever been to Maryland, you'll see how the shit was 50. You're like, you'll see. But I love Louisiana. Now I'll say this though. There's nothing to me that private equity makes better. Nothing.
100%.
Right.
I agree.
There's nothing to me. Y'all, you go to Portillo's.
It sounds good on the front end, not the back end.
The hot dogs is smaller.
Oh,
like
man.
You could tell after private equity
Popeyes.
take over a fucking Popeyes.
Look
Burger
what
King
we did to Bojangles. Like Bojangles doesn't even taste the same.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing that private equity makes better. Private equity figures out how to squeeze profits by deploying the inshitification of whatever it is in business with. And so that is a fact. And if you think that private equity is going to make LSU football better, you're fucking crazy. You are. It's like it's like
they're just looking for the upfront money.
They're looking for the upfront money. They're looking to take our culture, commodify that culture, put a barcode on it so someone can scan it. We do enough of that already. We didn't need any more help. It's not gonna work. So that's
that's what
I'm with it.
Private equity is at odds with everything we love about college football, and I don't want to act like everybody has done this or everybody is going to do this, but the benefit.
They will.
You're probably right. Everybody's going to want that injection of cash. But the benefit for college boosters is reputational. Like they get better suites, better parking spaces. They might get their name on a building.
And it's word about town, like so-and-so donated this, right?
Yeah, but there's no expectation of a return on your investment other than a good athletic program. And like private equity isn't that. Like that's not, they're trying to get money out of this shit. And that's not what college sports, the money, people need to get paid for their labor. But people don't get into this because they're like, they want to be the GM or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you want your football.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. This though, tell you one thing. This is the end game. The more money that's in it, the more money you pay, the more you gotta make, the more you gotta do. This, I'm not gonna get into a whole structural capitalism argument, but you can't have it halfway. You cannot. You cannot have halfway. Worker protections and worker empowerment is important in any industry. But short of those workers controlling that industry, you guys obviously don't have a conversation about that, then what you're dealing with is a barrage of money into that industry, and there's a cost. And there's just no way around it. You cannot show me an example of any place where it hasn't happened. There's no way around it. That's the way it goes.
Well, I mean, these people have been dumb for a long time. They knew that this was going to happen. The day that they knew that their labor model was unconstitutional. Like it just did not work. It was wrong. And they knew that this day was going to come, that they were going to have to share.
They've known it since the late 80s.
Yeah. They've known it for a long time. So it's their fucking fault. I didn't say you said that, Van. But this isn't the players' fault. This is the people who thought it was good to plunge millions of dollars in like cryptotherapy.
It started way before NIL and like all of this, where these questions were about to start. Like the money started
those
to
were
transfer
Band-Aids they tried to put on it.
The money started to transfer. The amount of money that came into the sport is what exacerbated the players going, you know what the fuck is happening here? It's one thing to play for an NFL contract. It's another thing to play in a situation where somebody's making $5 or $6 billion. Then you like, what fuck 4 years from now? What about now?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just saying, and I'm glad that you clarified that you weren't coming at me, because that's what it felt like. But in this situation though, people think that all the resources that the sport has at its disposal will just make for better product. It's just not the way that it goes normally. The Dodgers about to lose again.
We wish. The Dodgers about to lose again?
Yeah, 6-7 in the 8th. The Dodgers have lost 6 in a goddamn row, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
how many hits does Kyle Tucker have?
Both teams have 14 hits. The Dodgers just scored 5 in the 8th.
I need Kyle Tucker to have 2 or more hits.
Y'all a bit Dodgers fans for real, huh? Okay.
I fuck with the Dodgers. I like them.
Man, y'all got no. I mean, y'all moved out to LA and just switched it up, dog.
I mean, look, you've been out. It's your baseball is your hometown team. I feel like you know what I mean.
But I'm not from a place. I'm from the 50th in the country. We ain't got no baseball.
Well, y'all could have.
We don't have baseball in North Carolina. I'm a Durham Bulls.
I've been to the Zephyrs
fan,
before a lot. Yeah.
You've been to the Zephyrs games? Yeah, man.
Yeah, to the Zephyr games. A lot of Zephyr games out there. You know who used to play for the Zephyrs?
Who?
Ozzie Canseco.
Really? Ain't that some shit?
Ozzie Canseco played for. Yo, every time I tell a story about my dad, I make it seem like my dad was the stupidest man alive.
Frias said Tucker has one hit.
My dad was a very smart guy, but my dad used to watch. My dad used to watch Ozzie Canseco, and like be mesmerized. Be like, it looked just like Jose Canseco. I'd be like, it's just the twins. like you know what I'm saying? Like he's like, but look at him. Look at him. He got the same. I'm like, yeah, they're brothers. Like, what? Are you not understanding the way that it works? And he would just take 3 innings to just deal with the fact that he felt like Jose Canseco was on the field.
I mean, Ozzie, man. I mean, didn't Ozzie box for Jose one time?
He showed up. Like that? He showed up at a press conference where Jose was supposed to be boxing.
Yeah.
So in the press conference, Ozzie showed up to fill in for Jose because he couldn't make that press conference for whatever reason.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's hilarious.
I mean, that's what you should do when you're twins. By the way, like that's classic twin move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just swap in. Like you know what I mean. Like, hey, I need you to go do this for me. It's like, all right.
Have you ever thought about what it would be like to be an Ozzie Canseco though? Because say what you want about Jose. At one point, Jose was going crazy, bro.
He was dated Madonna.
Yeah.
He was
and
the
like
man.
You're not just his brother playing the same sport, but you look exactly like him too.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever like sign if you're Ozzie Canseco, you gotta sign a couple of autographs as Jose, right?
Oh,
for sure.
Don't you think he lived that life?
I'm setting up a stand at the tops, you know what I mean? Like set up, and I'm signing everything.
I mean, Ozzie probably got to live that life right next to him, man. He probably was, at the condo, in the limo, on the beach, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He probably was everything that Jose did. He probably got to do.
You think there's a time that Ozzie was like, Jose, like we're kind of going down the wrong path here. Like you're fucking up a good thing for us here. Like what are you doing, man? Let's slow this down. Like
he's the only one that can stop him.
Yeah, no, there's a time he wanted to like sign as Jose Canseco, and now he's like, oh shit, like creditors are gonna be coming after me if I start signing.
Like, I'm Ozzie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I bet that the fact that he was willing to show up for his brother at one time, I kind of feel like they operating on the same level.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, last thing. Because I don't want Van to make it seem like I got beef with Louisiana. My family's from Louisiana. When we had my family reunion, we had it in we had it in Monroe, and the second one was in Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
said
saying?
what you said.
That was
our
second, the Bell Honore Purnell family reunion.
You are Honore?
That's part of our family lineage.
Wait a minute. You are an Honore.
Bell, yeah, we are. So we're related somewhat to General Honore.
Bro, this explains so much about Joel and the entire deal.
Oh,
you guys, the Honore family of Louisiana, I'm not even gonna get into the whole deal, but like you're an Honore.
There's lots of Honores. There are
lots of Honores
lots of
that have the same fucking Honore goddamn shit going on. Yeah. You being an Honore,
I'm a Bell.
Is such an explanation of the uppityness and all of the stuff that you have going on.
This is
you being an Honore is so on the nose, bro.
Because he was drunk. You're the one. Whose homegirl is Nicole.
I can't believe the IV is Rihanna.
I put it to you like this. Some families have their own lore. All families have their own lore. The Honores have their own culture. It's a completely I've written about this before. That makes so much sense that you are an Honore.
I'm a Bell. Honore is part of the Honore and Purnells. You know what I'm saying? You got some nerve sitting up there. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, man, me and Michael B. Jordan, we had pancakes the other day. But, you know what I'm saying?
Never said
that. You know. I mean, come on, dog. Yeah, I'm a man.
I'm
the man.
We'll dive into Joel's
man of the people.
I'm the man.
Should we raise the roof for Joel?
Raise the roof for Joel Honore, man.
Yeah. See, I see you, Billy. All right. All right, man.
Oh man, y'all got
All
me
right.
thinking about going to the Zephyrs games to see Ozzy Canseco.
Okay.
We got it.
That was
We
good
got to all
times.
go to a Zephyrs game
That
at
was
some
good times.
point.
I don't think they there no more.
No, they
Really?
defunct. They went defunct about like 5 years ago.
Well,
Yeah, I
we
don't
can
think
go to
they
a
there no
Durham
more.
Bulls game if you guys want to go to.
Yeah, I'll be into that.
Yeah,
Durham
I'll do
Bulls.
The New
Yeah,
Orleans
the best.
Baby Cakes. What is that? Oh, they're a
Baby
Major
Cakes
League
is
Baseball
crazy.
team.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
All right, there you have it. Bring your tailgate. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out to the Gators. Shout out to the Instigators. Shout out to everybody for hanging out with us. Preview season is officially here. Football's close away. Raise the roof one last time, and we will see you guys next week. Must be 21 or older and present in select states for Kansas and affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. For Louisiana, call 1-877-770-7867.